Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone is doing fantastic. Thank you for joining the stream. We have a fun one planned for today. Interactive workshop-ish type stream. But how's everyone doing? Is everyone doing fantastic? Is everyone having a fantastic day? I just went out to some breakfast with my family, so I'm pretty happy off of that. We just hit 50K, which is crazy. We'll talk about it. New YouTube videos going up today, which I'm very excited about. It's definitely a different kind of style than my usual content, but it talks about something I talked about in my last live stream. It talks about nature and art, and it's a nice like video essay kind of deal. I felt like Steve Irwin in the woods talking about nature. It was a lot of fun. I was in my element, so hope you guys enjoy that. But how's everyone doing? I was gonna say something. Can't remember at the moment. Yesterday I went to a wedding to do some videography. That was a lot of fun. I had not been to a wedding since I was 2, which is my parents' wedding, and I don't remember it. So this is my first wedding that it's in my memory, my conscious memory, which is pretty crazy. It was incredible. I teared up a few times, and it was beautiful. There's a really nice prayer that we all did together during the vows, and it was a blessed, sacred day. I had a lot of fun. I had fun with the DJ who was there. DJ Adam. It was a great time. It was a great night. I didn't want to leave actually, but when the time comes, when the clock comes, you gotta clock out. But yeah, how have you guys been since last week, since last live stream? You guys been good? You guys been chilling, working on the projects? I recorded vocals for one of my songs 3 days ago. Documented it all. I'm documenting my music process now. That's something I'm really leaning into now, is documenting and vlogging how I'm making my music, because I know that once I put that on the channel, it's going to inspire a lot of people and give you a better look into, my own kind of creative process, rather than just me talking about the creative process, the artistic process. But making it feel lived in and making it feel like you guys can see that I'm doing my work, so you guys can also do your work. We're all capable of putting together these beautiful pieces of art. So, and I've been having a lot of fun. When I record the vocals, I had a lot of fun doing it, and I unlocked certain levels in my own artistic engagement with the craft of music, and I learned some things on my own. And yeah, it was great. It was really, really great. And yeah, it was very fun. I was trying to set up my Black Magic camera. Here, I have it right here in front of me. I was trying to set it up for the stream, but I think I have to update it because there's not an option to do live streaming directly off of the camera, so I'll figure it out. But yeah. Looks like hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. Everyone, let me put the link inside of the Discord. If you want to check out the Discord, check out the Patreon. You guys can get access to the Discord. We have a lot of fun. We have nice, really cool conversations, and we built a really nice community within the Discord. Let me put it on announcements. Trying to think. But yeah, yesterday the shoot for the wedding was I mean, it was a long shoot for me. Apparently, it was a short shoot for a wedding. It was like 6 hours. Usually they go 8 to 12, but it was pretty. It was pretty. Hey, how you doing, Zoni Ma? Good day. Good day today. Good day. It's a very good day. It's a blessed day. We are alive. We are breathing. Nailed it. Nailed it. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the presence. Thank you for the time. I hope you're doing incredible. I hope you make the best out of today and live it up, whatever life throws your way. And you progress with your projects and your work and your mission. Yesterday, part of my mission was doing the videography for the wedding. But before I was doing a workout before the wedding shoot yesterday, and then my hand like snapped, my wrist. My wrist is kind of like this area of my wrist. Sometimes it does like snaps. I need to do more stretches in my arms because whenever I do stretches in yoga, I usually focus on like the lower half of the legs. But I need to do more. I need to find more yoga stretches that include like also the arms because there's not really much that I don't know. But I have to do more of that to prevent injury, and that's kind of what happened yesterday. So then this thing kind of snapped right here. I don't know what this thing is, but something I heard when I was doing my workout, and then I had the shoot after, and so yeah, it was holding the camera in certain positions kind of hurt, kind of strained a bit, but gotta do what you gotta do, you know. But it was fun. I have hours and hours of footage on the camera, so I'm gonna have to go through that, make a little highlight video and whatnot. Check out Movements by David for flexibility and fitness FAQ. He does calisthenics. Oh, nice. Thank you for that. I'm gonna write that down. Movements by David. I will check that out for sure. That's exactly what I shall do. Movements by David. Actually, you know what? It sounds familiar, but Movements by David. Cool. Wow. There's a lot. Big channel. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna do that. Nice. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm gonna look into that. Yeah, stretching. And also, I mean, the Stay Flexi guy. That's funny. Super grateful for your encouragement and videos. Oh, of course. Thank you for your support. I love making the videos. It's part of the mission. It's part of the content mission. So I'm happy that you get something out of the videos. It's a lot of fun to put them together. I'm very blessed, very grateful that I'm able to put together these videos and have them get so much support on them. So many people resonate with the messages. It means a lot because, you know, even if it was a small amount of viewers, I would still be doing what I'm doing. But the fact that so many people have been able to resonate and get something out of the messages that I put out, it means the world to me. And every single comment, I try to reply to as many comments as I can. But I certainly read every comment. I read as much as I can, and they all touched me very deeply, and I love it. I'm 29. You're a great role model for the younger generations. Wow, that means a lot. Wow. Yeah, this is the online space is a great way to spread these kinds of messages, and I think that it's interesting how our own connections between us and this younger generation kind of exists with the online space because in some ways it's improved, in other ways maybe not. But regardless, there does need to be some kind of community, some kind of communication, right, with our generation. Our generation being the generation that kind of takes collective responsibility for the planet. That's kind of, I think, what has been lacking. Humanity's been lacking for its entire existence is getting on the same page. And yeah, is the online space one of those answers? Who knows? But I'm certainly doing what I can to play my part, and I think all of us should want to embrace life, not run away from it. Embrace the things we have to do because ultimately we have individual responsibility and then we have collective responsibility. But yeah, these messages, these conversations matter with all of us, and I think that creativity, its kind of space within that broader conversation, has to do with just ideas. And um, there's a quote, or forget, I think Peter Wing, he's a physicist, however you pronounce that. Um, and he says that the world, the state, essentially the state of the world is the result of the generations before us agreeing to play certain kinds of games. And you know, it's kind of up to us now. Our generation's kind of up to us, like, okay, do we want to keep playing those games, or do we want to play different games? And I think that's where creativity can come into the answer. I mean, creativity is the source for everything, really, that's in our world. And the more that we can access this source within, it's much more than just writing a song or making a movie. In relation to, its kind of broader impact, what this source can do. So I think that the more we access that within all of us, the better for ourselves and the better for the rest of the world. I really think that the time and energy that we spend evolving and researching and delving into AI and exterior technology, if that energy and time and care and attention was instead put into evolving the relationship that we have with this source of wisdom and power that's within, greater strides would be made for ourselves in the world. And that's what I'm more fascinated with, is the technology that's already within, because I believe that there's no piece of man-made technology that could come close to the power of intuition, and where intuition comes from. So yeah, I think a spiritual renaissance is upon us, and I hope to contribute to that. Um, and I think the way at least I view it, is that in order to pursue that art, what I call the artistic brilliance, which again, artistic brilliance is not just writing your poems or stories or me making my music. It's that. I mean, that is the process, but it's the impact, and what that journey actually is something so much greater. But I think that venture, the way I look at it, is um, it doesn't necessarily mean, how do I word this? Like adding things, but rather taking away things. Um, like the power is already within, the genius power is already within. We block ourselves from it, from the traffic and the noise, from the world, and also that we choose to take in. So when we cut out the noise, when we cut out the traffic, if you can sit in silence for an hour, for 2 hours, I know that can sound hard and crazy. I know it's hard because of the kind of trafficked world that we live in. But if you can do that consistently, you come across an inner power. You come across something that's very profound, something that's very foreign to our kind of modern ways of behaving and the day-to-day buzz. Um, and it's different for everyone. I wouldn't say that's necessarily easier or harder than everyone. Everyone just got different journeys and paths. Other people got certain responsibilities. Other people got certain, you know, uh, like most America, right? The most advanced country in the world. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. There's a lot of collective stress that we take on. Um, so I'm not going to sit here and say that that everyone has it the same way. The reason I'm very careful with language is because language has a huge impact on the mind, the subconscious mind. So I feel like me saying it's easier for certain people can take away certain people's power. Like, oh yeah, because it's not as easy for you. You don't have the power to do it. So you have to be very careful with ideas and language and how you relate to those things. But I would just say it's different. It's different for everyone. But we all have the ability to carve out time, whether that's 15 minutes or whether that's 5 hours. Um, but we do spend a lot of time in certain devices and addictions and certain things that we know we don't need at the end of the day. Um, and that's where great power lies. That's where your time and your energy is your most important, precious currencies in today's world. Your attention, really. Where are you placing that attention? Can you place that attention on nothing for just 30 minutes, for just an hour, 2 hours outside? And yeah, but those are just like practices within the venture. But it's a whole world. It's a whole thing, and I think something that I hope to continue with my channel and this content, this community that we're building is something that fosters that inner sanctuary and something that fosters that inner world of wisdom. Um, and again, ultimately, like it's on our generation to take on the planet, on the world. So the more that we work on ourselves, the more we work on the world. And I know a lot of us, because of the stress, we can tend to run away from life. But that's why I always bring up like we need to embrace life, take on the challenges head on. Because as long as we're running away, I mean, can't run away. You can't run forever. But let's see. Congratulations, you surely deserve it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's very the fact that I have all your support, the content, and the channel is pretty crazy. It's awesome though. But I've been kind of manifesting this too because I always had this vision of the channel reaching its people. So happy that just trusting the process, from here. But it's really great. And it's about the people you meet along the way. So all of the connections that we've made with each other is incredible. You're inside? What a sin. It's raining outside. I don't want to get the camera wet. Although I was thinking of putting something over the camera, over the left laptop, but yeah. Next time I'm gonna not try to let the rain stop me. I'm gonna try and figure out some kind of solution. But yeah, I wanted to stream outside. Amen. You're staying faithful and standing, taking a stand as a leader. Oh, that means a lot. Sounds like a great video theme. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I want to make most of my content has been about creativity in the process, but I do, especially in the next couple months, I do want to lean more to that, into those bigger conversations about the world. Uh yeah, because maybe it's things that we ignore because it's stressful, but I think it's actually less stressful when you face them and you actually integrate them into your life because then you feel like you're on top of your own journey and mission with these things. But it's important. We can do it. We can all do it. We can do it. Again, like it's not a matter of deciding the games. It's not a matter of deciding whether or not we want to create games. We are always creating the games that we play as a species. Just a matter of, do we want to consciously create them? Because a lot of these games are unconsciously created. Um, it's that idea that if you don't have an intention or a purpose or a mission or a target, then you will succumb. You will fall to the lowest standard, and that's what I think has been happening for most of the part with our race. Um, in regards to kind of animalistic impulses. Um, but it's all evolution, right? It's all nature doesn't rush, but everything kind of comes together eventually. So it's the process. And we each got to play our part in it. Oh, yeah, you talked about that book and your creativity is important vid. Yeah. 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 Nice. Thank you for remembering, JDL. That's awesome. Yeah, I talked about that quote in the video, the why creativity is important. If you guys resonate with what I was just all that stuff I just talked about, you should watch my why creativity is important video on my channel. Thank you for mentioning that, JDO. Facts, intuition, yes, spiritual renaissance. Yeah. I was journaling about this the other night, spiritual renaissance. Oh man, I'd love to get into it. I'm gonna read through these things though. Did you check out the Bollywood movie Awara? No, I didn't watch it. Let me see. Where can I watch it actually? Sorry, I actually didn't get back to my notes that I took a last stream. I wrote down my notes or on my laptop notes. Well, where can I watch it? I could probably get it in my library, maybe. Z5. See if I can get either a subscription or a free trial there. And I'll check my library. You are contributing to that movement, Tozak. Thank you. Thank you very much. Blessings. I appreciate that. Yeah. I hope that we can all inspire each other to be a part of this movement. It's going to keep growing. Trust. It's like in Dune when Paul's like puts up the knife and all the people, yeah. It's like that. We gotta move as a unit. But again, we can only move as a collective in a unit as the individuals work on themselves. That's why I always say embrace life, dream on, get those projects done, get the work done, do the hard things. AI is basically trying to copy the creative spirit brilliance, but our minds are pure genius, more than AI could ever try doing. Amen. I believe it. Amen. Yeah. It's the greatest, the way I see our development of AI and technology is like if trying to think of like an analogy on the spot. The thing that comes to mind is like this space traveler who has like a map of the whole cosmos. And then they're like trying, and then they like a little map comes along and they're trying to build this map, but they already have the whole map to the cosmos. It's like we already have the power within. We already know everything. It's just a matter of accessing that within. Because you can't explain intuition. You can't explain. That's the whole reason why intuition is a thing. Is like that's why it's different than a logical thought. Is like you don't have to make sense of it. You don't have to explain it in order for it to be valid. And whenever I followed my intuition, it doesn't lead me astray when it's true intuition. That's what I talked about in my recent video and my recent reel. Is like not every emotion is your intuition. In fact, arguably most of your emotions are not your intuition. It's a matter of finding the one that feels true and still. It's like a whisper. It's not trying to scream and fight for your attention. It's more so it's calm and it knows, and that's the intuition. And also like following your intuition isn't necessarily like you could follow your intuition and then it leads to an outcome that you don't like, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it was wrong to follow your intuition. Maybe you didn't like where it led you, but maybe it's trying to protect you. It's leading you on the path that's trying to lead you down. So you just have to trust it. But again, that comes from the source that is foreign to man-made beliefs, and AI does not have access to that. I don't believe. Hey, yo, brother. Hope you're well. That is an interesting room, huh? Yeah, it's my bedroom. How you doing, Kurt? Thank you so much for joining the stream. Thank you for the yellow heart, and the yellow star, the yellow sun of the universe. Thank you, Kurt. And yeah, this is my bedroom. This is my bedroom in the basement. So I'm the stereotypical you live in your parents' basement kind of guy. Just graduated from college, so I'm here grinding on the projects and showing you guys that you can do it too. So get after it. Get after your ventures, your projects, your work, and stay humble. Congrats on 50K once again. Thank you very much. Big numbers, only going up from here. And it's great. It's a really, really, really great step. It's a really, really great moment for the channel because again, like we've been saying, I mean, this community is very close. It's very nice. There's a lot of heart in this community. Like I just feel a lot of purpose, and I feel a lot of like genuinely really good for the soul. And I love the conversations that are being held on the streams and on the comment sections. And we just need to keep doing it because, again, trusting the process. We just need to keep allowing this to help fuel our own individual missions and our own crafts and journeys as artists. We're all doing great things. We need to keep our attention focused on the right things. But yeah, it's going to keep growing, and this is really, really good. Community is a part of life. You know, people are stronger as a unit. Yeah, there's a lot to come. There's a lot to come. Yeah, I had a dream about me traveling to the passing, hanging out with an old friend. It felt so surreal, I swear. Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, the dreams that stick out as like, whoa, like there's something like your soul knew that dream. Like those are like really the like important ones. I've had some of those recently. Yeah. I talked about in the last live stream, I think, that I had like a crazy dream once where I saw like I met like Stanley Kubrick. And I was like, it was actually him. Yeah. But those ones that stick out, pay attention to those. Don't ignore them. Love the Zelda shirt. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Legend of Zelda, represent, you know. Yeah. I got Breath of the Wild right there. I'm looking at it on my Switch. Legend of Zelda. It's got a lot of great signs too for spirituality and the world and everything. Also, wrote about that in my dream journal. Nice, nice, good, good, good. There you go. Here for it. We need to open conversation. The quote: "Easy decisions, hard life. Hard decisions, easy life." Yep, I love that quote. I love it. Easy decisions lead to a hard life. Hard decisions lead to an easy life. Yep. Yeah. The obstacle is the way. It's from Ryan Holiday from Daily Stoic. You guys should check out Daily Stoic. It's really great. Ryan Holiday. He he makes like Stoicism, the philosophy of Stoicism, kind of in modern terms, like kind of modernizes it in a way that's still faithful to the truths and principles of Stoicism. And he has this idea that the obstacle is the way. So the thing that you fear, the thing that the obstacle in your path, it's about mindset and about just the the body or the mind may want to ignore, not face the obstacle, but the obstacle is actually the best thing you can be doing. It's actually an opportunity. It's actually a great thing. It's actually the best path. It is the way. The obstacle is the way. And yeah, it's like the hard decisions lead to an easy life for the soul. Not an easy life for the body and mind, but an easy life for the soul. And then, yeah, easy decisions for the body and mind lead to a hard life for the soul. That sounds like a cool dream, JDO. Also, hope you're well. Yeah, I hope you guys are well. Happy that you guys are here. Happy that the whole gang is here. Yeah, sick with us. Oh no, you're sick with a sore throat. Never felt like I could do anything with constant pain, but I face suffering rather than avoiding it. Yeah, when you get sick, it's your body showing you need rest at the moment. Sometimes that's something that I used to struggle with when I would get sick. I would get frustrated because I wanted to go out into the world and do things. But I learned to have, yeah, it's a lesson to have patience with yourself and patience with, like actually it's better that you're here right now taking rest than going out and doing these things. So just take your rest, be patient, and you're meant to be right here and recharging. You don't have to know why. You just if that's what's natural, if that's what nature's calling, you have to trust it. Ooh. Potentially, yes, potentially could have been a dream with a soul friend from another life. I had one with a very tall being that was making music with me in my dream. Wow. Felt like the soul was guiding me to create. That's awesome. Art in my life at the moment. And when I woke up, the being was standing at the foot of my bed. It was like 6, 7 feet tall and waved at me as it slowly disappeared. Felt a lot of love for this being. Kurt, that's an incredible. Wow, that's a beautiful. I'm getting like chills. That's a beautiful dream. Wow, that is like wow. That's beautiful. Yeah, it's calling you to create. I love when that happens. I love when you get these signs, these feelings. That's just like for me. It's just like a gentle but powerful reassurance and like motivation. I imagine is it like of it as like I don't know, like some football player. It's like having a great game. And he's like running down the field, making all these touchdowns and catches, and then he looks out to the crowd and he just sees like his mom like cheering him on. It's just like that. He's already doing great, but that little thing just like makes such a difference. Those signs from God is just like so beautiful. And again, ultimately, like it kind of just like a lot of the times, those powerful things don't even like teach us anything new, but they just like reassure of things that we're already doing or things that we already know we have to do or things that we feel called to do. So yeah, like man, you're making music in that dream. That's your sign. Just keep making music. Trust it, or keep making your art. That's beautiful. I love that a lot. Feel like I'd known it for a long time. Yeah, yeah. The soul knows. That's why. Yeah, if it feels like you knew for a long time. I get that all the time with me things in my own life. Like, oh yeah, my soul knows this. Known it for a long time. It's destiny. It's like you're meant to be here now with this thing, this person, or this activity, whatever it is. All right, I want to get into the workshop portion, but let me read through the rest of these words, these comments. It's a favorite pen. A favorite pen? Any pen, literally any pen, because it'll get stuff done. But Flex Grip Elite, Flex Grip Elite. This one is nice. This one's actually. I have a bunch of these, and they haven't. The other pens like I'll use for a bit, and then they'll just like run out after some time. But this one, I've been using a bunch of these, and these are really nice. They haven't run out. They haven't failed me yet, so I think I can safely recommend them. Flex Grip Elite. I don't even know where they came from. I have so many pens though, like pens just like I have pens on every desk in this house. You never know when you have an idea and you have to write it down. That's why I also have pages and journals everywhere. Um, yeah, I'll have to maybe look into getting a pen with the like the ink. I want to get one where you can like refill the ink. Cause that'd be nice to have like my own personal pen that just doesn't run out. I can always recharge it. YHWH or the highway, I always say. Is that your what is YH? Your way or the highway? That's what I think about. Is that what it is? I think it is. Your way or the highway or my way or the highway. Yahweh. 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 Yahweh or the highway. What is Yahweh? I love how seriously you take this and how passionate you are about it. I can really feel how much it means to you. I'm happy that you I'm happy that that's kind of like yeah, effortlessly conveyed and communicated. That's great because I it does mean a lot to me. Um and yeah, however I play my leadership role with anyone who's consuming my content, I just if they can sense, if you can if there's a leader who you can care you can tell cares about the mission, then it makes a big difference, right? So I'm happy that thank you for expressing that, Kurt. I appreciate that a lot. Jewish God, Yahweh. That's right, that's right. Yeah. Yahweh or the highway. That's funny. That's true. And Yahweh is the ultimate highway. So there you go. It's the highway you want to be on. But yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Second, bro, you just watched your romanticizing video. First video of yours I watched it, loved it. Oh, thank you. I'm happy that you loved it. I love your profile pic, Ponya. I gotta watch that. It's been on my watch list for a while. I love Studio Ghibli. Yeah, romanticize and process videos. I think that one because I the other two videos, the dreams video and the Morning Journal one, those other ones did really really well as well. But I think the romanticizing videos struck a unique chord with people just because it's one of the more personal ones. The taking your dreams seriously was also personal, but this one just like I think it called to people because it's like yeah, like I want to love my life, I want to love my work, and you should. Um, you really should. That's something I try to strive for. And yeah, and because I notice it's my own truth that I live. When I love the process, when I love working on it, I do better. I have a lot more fun, and I produce better work. So yeah, love your process, love your life. Daily Stoic, yes, yeah, Daily Stoic. That's great. I love Daily Stoic. It's great. You gotta learn to yield, not resist fate. Yeah, James. Yep. Sometimes the best thing, sometimes the best and strongest, the hardest thing is to do is nothing, and just allow the thing that you know needs to be happening. There's a great power in that. But like I always say, balance. It's all about balance because you don't want to use that as an excuse to not put in work on something that you know you should. But that's how our own intuition and senses that we're developing in this life, sensing what things we're meant to do A with and what things we're meant to do B with. I don't make music. This other tall, skinny, translucent being was the music expert. It's so funny. Maybe it's calling you to make the music for your soul, of your soul. Yeah. So it was like a very like a ghost producer, I guess. Hey, hey, Omijin, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. I don't know if you just haven't commented, but happy to see you on the stream. Maybe someone I'll meet in this lifetime. Maybe. What advice do you have for love? Love. I think Terrence Malick or no, not Terrence. It's either Terrence Malick or someone else, but says that Terrence Malick is a director. I can't remember if it's him or another director, someone else. They said that you have to love. If you don't love, then your life will flash you by. Um, you have to love. You have to love life. You have to love people. You have to love everything. And if that's not happening right now, it's not just going to magically happen one day. Love is a choice, and life is too short not to just have love for everything. Everything should be rooted in love. Your discipline and your hard work and the hard things that you have to do should be rooted in love. And you know what love is. Like everyone knows deep down inside what love is. And we can consciously cultivate a relationship with our own love, with love itself. And the small things matter. Actions speak loudly. Little actions speak loudly for other people, even if they don't notice it. And you don't have to do acts of love just for people to benefit from it. So it actually benefits you in return. Everyone needs to love. Because like the quote goes, your life will flash by if you don't love. And advice for love. I mean, I will say, like I said, you already have the answers within. You know what love is deep down inside. It's a matter of accessing that. It's not it's not for no reason that if this was your last day on Earth, you'd probably be spending it with love. Whether that's love with family, love with friends, love for yourself ultimately, or you know the external noise, things become less important in the face of love. So that is speaks volumes. Yeah, you have to live with love. You have to certainly, and again, like if you're not aligned with it right now, that's something I've always felt the past few years, and more so actually too, like just past months of just I don't know, seeing the sacred nature in everything, because things are temporary. That's what makes them special. And if you're not living a life aligned with love right now, like I said, it's not going to come to you. So you have to decide to do that every day. Who's the kind of person that you want to be, 5, 10 years from now, 2 decades from now? Who do you want to be to the people around you? How do you want to carry yourself in this life? Because for me, the ultimate version of myself looks like someone who's just allows love to lead their life, to love and to be love, to love other people around you. For me, that sounds so much more rewarding and great than someone who's accomplished X, Y, and Z. And I think actually you'll accomplish more if you lead your life with love. But again, you know what love is deep down inside, so you can access that. Fountain pen? Fountain pen? I don't know. What's fountain pen? Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Jewish God. God's way or the highway. Bad way. Dropping to say congrats from Denmark. You're a light and inspire so many, Tommy. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. How's Denmark, bro? How's Denmark been treating you? Andrew was my DP for. Me and him spent so much time in college together, but he just went to Denmark, which is crazy. Andrew's he's a day oneer. He DP'd Louisa, the short film Louisa, on my YouTube channel. Helped with Dear Julian. He was on the camera team for Dear Julian, which actually Dear Julian, that's coming out soon. On my YouTube channel, I'm very excited for that. But yeah, me and Andrew, we go back college days, bro. That's right, JDO. Where are you from? I want to meet you someday. You inspire me a lot. I'm from India. Well, thank you so much. I'm happy that the content, that my words inspire you. I'm from America. I'm on the East Coast. East Coast, baby. Hey, eventually it's going to happen, It's going to happen, obviously. The in-person meetings and whatnot. We're going to do some fun events. Right now, it's a matter of grinding on the channel, on my work as an artist, my work as a person. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to have in-person events. It's gonna be great because I want to. This channel transcends the YouTube platform, or this community. I don't know if the channel transcends it. Like the channel was kind of bound to YouTube, but the community transcends certainly the platform. Yeah, so it's gonna happen. Depends on what the context of fate is. If it's fate that you will never produce anything meaningful, or the fate that you'll never have a happy life, that fate's a liar. It's the script that I'm working on. The next film that I'm working on has to do with fate and free will. Because that's like my whole own like intellectual fascination right now with the way that the world works, my own relationship with God. Because it's interesting, right? It's like I truly believe with every fiber of my being, like no doubts in my mind. So literally everything happens for a reason. Everything is under God's plan. Everything is fate. But also, it's like I don't know if I don't have that same feeling for the idea that I don't have free will, because I do believe I have free will, right? But also, I was thinking, it's like, why are they, what's the word, on opposite ends? It's like either you have free will, or everything is destined, right? But can both exist at the same time? That's what I was thinking. I had that idea, and I was like, maybe they can both exist. You have free will, and literally everything that happens is already planned and destined. But you can also have free will. Can we explain that? Maybe not. Maybe it's a mystery. But is it meant to be explained? Maybe not either. But yeah, the reason why I'm writing a script kind of with those ideas, because that's currently what's been my kind of like top intellectual conversation with myself for the past few months. But yeah, maybe it's a concept that can only be explained and explored with art. That's the magic of art, right? Congrats to 50K, brother. huge. Reckon 100K this time next year. Thank you, James. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. It's been an honor to have you and so many of the other guys in this live stream apart for so long, and you guys all mean so much. This has really been an incredible journey that wouldn't be anything without the people and the relationships that we develop along the way. So I appreciate all of the support, and again, it's the most important part, you know. I would do, like I said, I would do this content even if it was 5 people watching, but the fact that everyone's here for the journey is just incredible, and cheers to more to come. But we celebrate, we reflect, and we have a good time, right? Celebrate good times. Come on. I thought you'd have more movie posters up in your bedroom. I know. I have a lot of movie posters upstairs. I gotta put them down, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I can hang them up on the wall. I guess I can do whatever I want, right? I'll set them up. Maybe next stream you guys will see some movies posters on the wall. Thank you for the idea, Kurt. A lot of school and work. Been writing a lot too. Nice. Good, Imogen. I've been writing a lot too, bro. Gotta write a lot. Write it all down. Write it all down. It's going to reward you if you write down the ideas and whatnot. That's good advice, of course. Did you and Louisa break up? Yes, we did. Sorry if private. No, all good. Yes, we did break up a few months ago, but it gave me a lot in my own life, and gave her a lot as well. And we had an incredible, magical journey together. So, and we created a lot together. I don't know if you guys checked out our Instagram that we had where we talked about music writing and songwriting and all that other stuff. A lot in filmmaking, a lot in songwriting, and a lot in our own lives and the families that we kind of brought together and the memories that we made. So it was an incredible relationship. It was such a fantastic one, and yeah, taught me a lot about love. Also brought me to know who God is, and for that I am eternally grateful. Because being a man of God is something I've not really felt anything really close to before. So spiritually, it was something. It's one of those things where you can see God's plan. You can see how God puts pieces together, and yeah, something Louise's dad would always tell me is life is a mystery. I think it's very true. I think only God has all the answers, and what we can do is have fun playing the guessing game. And yeah, need you to do a video on love. I will. Like I said, in these next few months, I'm going to do a lot of deeper videos, deeper conversations, because at the core, creativity and art, the artistic journey is like what we do and what we focus on, the craft and whatnot. But there's a lot of deeper things. There's a lot of deeper conversations to be had, and I want to hold those conversations. Things to think about the state of the world, and ultimately, you know, what our part is, what our individual part is in that. All stuff that matters, and all stuff that matters to be conscious about. So potent. I swear you're in a different room every stream. Like in your writer's block video, felt like you were in a modern sci-fi like hotel in the outskirts of your reflection like city. That's funny. That was on the top floor of the building I stayed at when I was in my senior year of college. That is so funny though. That is hilarious. Modern sci-fi like hotel in the outskirts. I love how you're so updated on the lore on the Tozak film and lore. It's great. That's awesome. Yeah, that video was that's a fun one to make. Yeah, it certainly was a different type, but it was like a whole set design. Oh man, that is funny. True love starts with self-love. That's true. That's true. True love starts with self-love. Yeah. If you don't love yourself, that impacts your ability to have love for others, true love for others. Fountain pen, the kind where you can refill. Yeah. Yeah. I say, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Then I need a fountain pen. I need my fountain pen. I want to get the very best to you, young man. You're a real help, this 53-year-old with my new channel. Oh, that's great. Thank you. I'm happy that anything I can do, I make can resonate or inspire. Best of luck with the new channel. I'm happy to hear that you're doing a channel. Yeah. Make it mission oriented, make it tied to your purpose. That's why I've been able to grind on my own channels, because I really care about this stuff, and it's not anything kind of surface level. It's plain and spark. And even if it's something that you're not particularly passionate about, as long as it's something that feels right now, and it feels like the best move to make for your soul, then, but yeah, that's great. Creative projects, inspiring others with our creative projects. That's really, 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 really important. That's what this community is partly about. What advice do you have to give if there is an exterior conflict involved in your love? Not inner. Inner is very deep and pure, but the exterior problems that persist, what do you do in that instance? I would say mindset. Um, I would say mindset. The mindset is the difference between this thing is taking me away from love versus this thing is bringing me towards my love. So exterior conflicts, are they bringing you away from love? Are they hurting your love? Or is it God bringing things into your life that you can use as opportunities to grow even deeper in your love? For me, what happens so many times in my life is this happened literally the other day. Literally the other day. I was driving, I was all pumped up. I was all like just fueled on pure love, just like gratitude for God and God's plan for me, and just like highest frequency, like highest energy for like an hour, just driving the car, just like listening to some music and just like, oh, like praise the Lord. And then when I got to where I was getting, I was talking to someone, and they tested that right away. Um, there's like an attitude, they're being a little rude, and I could have viewed that very much in that moment of like, of course, of course. The moment where I'm all happy, all like this happens and it ruins it. But I knew, I actually kind of predicted it. I kind of knew it was coming. I knew it was a test. I was like, okay, how strong is this love that you have? Let's test it. And I saw just like that outside thing just be a reflection of my own inner world. I was like, yeah, God put that in my life to test me and to bring me closer. And because I knew it was a test, I stayed strong in my love and in that emotion and in that emotional state. Um, so mindset can do a lot, to view certain things in your life, to view certain conflicts and problems. And I think whether that's short-term conflicts or long-term conflicts, just like, for me, I have my own personal long-term kind of conflicts in my own life that challenge my positive emotional states and my own love that I have within. Um, but I try not to forget that it's there for a reason, and it's there to bring me closer to that love, to make me stronger and to grow deeper in my love. Because if that love's never tested, then can it grow? Can it really grow? Um, so yeah, that's the way I view those things, because I know that's what they are ultimately. And then once you see them for what they are, and it helps you knowing how to deal with them. Because I think if you just view them as like just obstacles there to like bring you away from your love, then that's what they'll do. You know, they'll bring you away from that love because it's just a problem. It's just a bad thing. But yeah, the life is not easy, and life's not going to come without bad times and conflicts. But that's not what we want. That's not what we want. Deep down, that's not what our soul wants. Our soul wants a life that forces us to grow and change, because that's ultimately more fulfilling, and it will bring us closer and feel more deeply in this life. Which, this life is very short, so we want this time to feel deeply. We do. Yeah, that's how I like to view those things and those conflicts. Things that come up that can be annoying. Believe me, I know they can be annoying. But we got to remember, because it is a test. It is just a test. East Coast forever. East Coast forever, baby. Yeah, East Coast forever. Well, I don't know about forever. Forever now. Right now, yeah, forever. I'll for sure be there. We will meet. I'll show you my journal. Yes, we're gonna. That's what we're gonna do today. That's what we're gonna do today. Yeah, I'm excited to meet you, JDO. I'm excited to meet everyone. Oh man, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll build up to it. We'll build up to it. Speaking of fate, you brought up M83, and it's been 10 years since I originally found them. Been listening to them constantly, and made me realize how far I've come back since then. Feels like the end of a cycle in my life. I'm using inspiration from their music videos. Oh, I gotta watch their music videos. I haven't checked them out. Just one of my biggest first artistic inspirations for the launch animation for my brand. Wow. Thank you for reintroducing. Wow. That's awesome. M83 is incredible. Their music is amazing. I said this before, I think, in the other stream, but their cover, the album cover, the art of the cover for Midnight City, that album, huge inspiration for my script right now. The Hurry Up We're Dreaming, huge inspiration for the script I'm working on. Man, because the story I'm working on has to do with those ideas of like fate versus free will, but also in the eyes of like hurry up, we're dreaming, like this life that we're living. There's a lot of ideas, but yeah, M83 is great. I'm happy that's definitely a huge like thing for your soul. Take that as you will. That's awesome, though. Yeah, the free will and God's sovereign will. I feel like the spirit leads us to freedom, and bondage is being stuck in sin. Yeah, yeah. That's ultimately what it is, right? Freedom, yeah. Freedom. Freedom on a soul level. Because you can be free in this world. You can be. You can be. You certainly can. Depends how you define freedom. That's the only thing, really. Depends how you define freedom. They can both pretty much exist. I think the Bible talks about giving us free will. Yeah, the Bible does talk about free will. And the Bible also, again, talks about God's plan, everything in its perfect harmony, perfect place. So it's fun to think about. I believe free will is a part of destiny. Without one, the other doesn't exist. Yeah. Free will is a part of destiny, for sure. Yeah. Isn't that funny? It almost like speaks to how powerful you are. That your free will, your own decisions play a part and bring the plan together, brings destiny together. It's pretty profound. Pretty profound. Awesome. Sorry to hear about you and Louisa. Sending all my love and hugs to both of you. Thank you. I'm sure that beautiful things are coming to both of you ahead. Sounds like you handle it maturely too. Yeah. I imagine that journaling has been helping you massively in processing those feelings. I did have a feeling you were quite sad, low, but didn't know why. Felt rude to say, oh, no, no worries. Yeah, it was, I think it was April or May or April or March. Yeah. It was a challenge for sure. But it was a big teacher that, phases play their perfect parts in life. And They brought me closer to God than I'd ever been in my life. And I appreciate all of your words, Kurt. They mean a lot to me, really. And yeah, journaling. It's like all the practices that I had been talking about at the time. Those were all things that helped me during the process, and they were all things that ultimately Chris Williamson, if you guys know Chris Williamson, I love him. I love his interviews and his channel. He says that, and this connects to the idea of Jesus being a carpenter. When he was a carpenter, he was being prepared for his mission. So like, he wasn't born to being a carpenter. Wasn't a part of like the big mission that he had, but it was a part of it. Chris Williamson said that you don't know when the skills that you're working on will be called to step up on stage. That's very true. You don't know. You know. That's why I said, like, if you want to find your thing, your passion, just do the thing that feels right now. Do the thing that feels the best right now, because you don't need to know how the whole plan's going to come together. You know, everything is preparation for the thing. So yeah, life will like bring you phases, and when you are called to use the skills that you've been harnessing and working on. And yeah, that's why mindset is such a powerful thing, because mindset, you can view something as a challenge, or you can view it as a bad thing or an opportunity. And cycles in life will come and go, but they're all here to show us what we're meant to be doing right now, and what is the best thing to be doing right now. I've had that thought for a while. Hey, I've been listening, watching your videos for the last few months. Your videos have been encouraging force for me in my creative work, even a lifetime. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Knutson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is lovely to read. And any kind of support and resonance that my videos have been able to give means a lot to me. The help that it gives to you helps me just as much, because the support is incredible spiritual fuel that helps me in the work, in the process of work. So I'm happy that the videos work for you, and I wish you the best wishes with your creative work. Lead with the soul, and it won't lead you astray. So thank you for the support. Have you made a Discord yet? Yes, I have a Discord. If you guys want to join the Discord is a fun place. Check out the Patreon. Check out my Patreon links in like all of my YouTube video descriptions. But yeah, Discord is a lot of fun. You have to pay green paper. Yeah, green papers. Green jalapeno paper. Offer not resistance when externals are put out of your control. Sometimes we fight the exact things we need to let flow. Yeah, exactly. Just what I need to hear. Thank you. I'm happy it resonates. Perspective is everything. Oops, forgive my autofails. Perspective is, mindset is everything. Again, mindset, two people could be going through the same exact thing. Exterior circumstances, but the life they're living can be completely different due to their mindset. You're always super wise. You speak like an ascended master, for real. I repeat what I said when I mentioned you're like 2,000 years old. Oh, thank you, Kurt. I can assure you that I have actually come back from the future. So I'm actually minus 10,000 years old. Yeah, it's pretty crazy to grasp, but yeah. Pancakes don't exist anymore. That's like the weirdest thing about the future. I don't know why. It's random, but he's had 9 lives. Trust. I'm a cat. I'm on my 9th live. I'm on my 9th right now. This is it. Now I'm done. When I fall, I land on all fours. Because I think you might love Creative Quest by Questlove. Ooh, check that out. Creative Love. Love Questlove. I watched them a lot on the Tonight Show, and I watch the Tonight Show like every night. Or you're just a true connection with the creative spirit that we can all connect with. Yes. Everything all of the wisdom that I've been able to harness is come from within. That's why I'm so big on it, because I've experienced it myself. So I know that this is like the mission I'm called on to call on all of you to access something that's already effortlessly within here, and I hope that my content does inspire you to do that, because I think that is of great value of your time, and I think a lot of us, including myself, um, can have collective tendencies to put time and attention into things that aren't the best things for our growth. So if we can redirect that to our own souls and our own spirits, that relationship that we can develop day to day, month over month, year after year, oh my gosh, the rewards in a fulfilling life and a fulfilling spiritual life are just unmatched by any other skill or any other hobby or any other um, activity. Let that be the foundation for all those other things. I think you're destined to produce a film that has a very spiritual core that'll help to change a lot of people's life. Thank you for saying that, Kurt. It means a lot. The film I'm working on right now is I'm envisioning something along those lines, trying to do the same. Please go do it. That's why I'm here to inspire all of us artists. Our art has power, has true power. I've talked about it a lot. Yeah. It's that's what art did for me. 2001: Space Odyssey changed my life. Changed my life. It's what triggered triggered everything. And it showed me that art has the power. When you obsess over art, it does have a true power to. It had the power to trigger something crazy out of me. So I feel called to do the same. Advice on split focus. Split focus is what is that? Is that for just focusing on two things at once? I just see a split diopter lens. I know that in filmmaking. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, though. Heard that Ko-Fi is better than Patreon. Ko-Fi. Ooh, I'll look into Ko-Fi. Right now I'm on Patreon, but I tried to do the YouTube memberships. They didn't get back to me. Trying to make it easier for you guys, but I think they didn't like the Discord tier, because they said something about like you can have Discord on your tiers. I don't know why not. Whatever. So in the future, why travel to this year though? I want to travel to the 90s, Back to the Future, because now is the time. It's all part of the plan, because now is the best time. It truly is. Yeah, it was either now or the 90s. I'm not gonna lie, but I had to do now. No, not the pancakes. Sorry, Kurt. I was saddened as well, but it's true. No more pancakes. Kurt, the youngsters these days are a different breed. Different breed. German Shepherd. Pancakes don't exist in the future. Yeah, they don't. I couldn't believe it myself. I asked everyone. They're like, pancakes. They looked at me like I had four heads. They're like, pancakes? But I don't know what happened. Be on the lookout. If you have any stocks in the pancake market, I would maybe take them out sometime soon. It's got some beautiful insight and creativity. Oh, thank you. Oh, Questlove does. Did I write it down? Create a quest, yeah. Oh. I forgot I had my camera on the whole time. My black magic. Sure, that's because you're speaking about love and you love Interstellar. And with everything I've learned about you, that you'd adore Contact for reasons I can't say because spoilers. Yes, Contact. Check that out. That's great. Thank you for the thank you, Kurt, for the recommendation. And check that out. Interstellar is great. You guys need to watch Interstellar. Interstellar is amazing. I watched it once. I watched it like 5 times in 1 week, or like 6 times 1 week, because my mom had it on. It's great. It's great. It's crazy when you watch a movie that many times. The only other movie I really did that with was Avengers: Infinity War. because when that came out, I was obsessed with it. And then 2001: Space Odyssey. Aren't they always Imogen? Hey man, that's just how it is. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. What else are we gonna do, right? If you get time soon, then I highly recommend Contact. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Thank you again. But I feel like these younger ones now are on a level that might just save this planet. I have faith and optimism. Yeah, I'll write that. I'm gonna copy that one. Art can save the world. I truly believe that. Art can save the world. And we have to have hope and optimism for our planet, for this future. I don't know, man. I've been having this intuitive feeling for the past few years that it's like the quote that Steve Jobs said is like, the world is made up of things made by people who are no more smarter than you and me. Yeah, just with the power of the soul, the power within, we're just as capable of those people up there who are like pulling the strings. Now, there's a whole rabbit hole, of course, because then you're getting into the ideas of who actually runs the world, and that's a different. That's a topic for another live stream. But I truly believe that to pull another quote, the empires of the future are the empires of the mind. The empires of the future are the empires of the mind. So collective ideas and collectively what we want, we're capable of leading those things. We have to be forces for good with today's current state of the world. Yeah, we have to be hopeful and optimistic. That's why I said this mission, this goes so much more deeper. This goes a lot more deeper than just what we're doing in our bedrooms, in our parents' basements, with our keyboards and our scripts and journals. But this is where it starts. This is where it starts. But there's years to come. There's decades to come. There's a lot that's going to happen. You just got to prepare for it. What does the planet need saving from? Itself. It depends. I don't know. It depends how you want to answer that. Because arguably you could say nothing. This is just all nature playing its game, right? Nature is everything, like I said before, evolution, right? Takes its place, ups and downs. But I think currently, I feel that there's a big disconnect between most people and their own souls. I think that one of the weaknesses of religion is that it excuses people from the true spiritual journey that must be had in one's own individual life. That's why I always struggled with religion. But coming to know God, it added certain levels to my own religious identity the past few months. But again, I think and that's not even talking about how the churches and the religious structures, what they've done, the corruption that's been held within those societal structures. But I think the mindset of, I just need to do A, B, and C to not go to hell, and then I'm good. I don't need to engage with anything else. But I think true, deep spiritual journeys need to be held by the individual. I think the lack of that is due to the conversations that are held. The news, media is a business. News is a business. And they know that, our minds and brains are hardwired to find negative things, to find, to protect us. So that's why there's always bad things on the news. And of course, there's a whole bunch of horrible things happening around the world. The news plays into that, and that overwhelms us, mostly on a subconscious level, I would say. There's stress, collective stress, collective fear, um, the traffic and the noise of the world. It's made it harder now than ever to connect with the inner sanctuary and the inner world, and the soul. And like I said before, I think without a clear intention or purpose or direction, we will fall to the lowest ways. Um, there is a lack of unity with our own human species. I mean, really, since the beginning of time, I truly believe that there's an opportunity for the human race to come together, somehow, unlike anything that the human race has ever seen, because that's never happened. Um, humanity has never really been on the same page. Always had our borders. We've always had our empires, our different competing empires. We've had our own genocides. So what does evolution look like? Where does the future look like? Where do we collectively want to go? Um, if we can't choose a collective direction if we don't first choose an individual direction. That's why I think my content, I always want to support and help others embrace life, because if we can't work on our individual selves, we can't help the collective. Um, but yeah, I believe there's powers in numbers. There's power in numbers. Um, Ultimately, we do get to decide. We get to decide what we want. And I think that people at the top look at us as pigs in a pig pen. How can you organize pigs in a pig pen? How can you feed them enough to the point where they survive and do your work for you? And I think that's how we're collectively viewed. Um, I think more awareness to that kind of makes you more aware of your situation within the matrix. And by matrix, I mean, like, because in the matrix, right, the agents design the matrix. They design the programs, and those are the agents of the world, the people who run the world, the people behind the curtains. Um, Not necessarily people that you see on screen, not necessarily the Joe Bidens of the world, not necessarily the Trumps or the Kamala Harrises. Um, People are puppets, and the true people who run the world, those are the agents of the matrix, I would say. But we, as a collective, um, we have a choice on how we engage with the obstacles placed within the matrix, within our life. We have a choice of where we place our attention and our time. And again, everyone has a different situation. Some people are single mothers with 4 kids working 2 jobs. That is a different situation than someone like me. I've always been I've always had a roof over my head. I've always been supported by my parents for my goals, my creative dreams, and whatnot. Everyone has a different situation. Everyone has a different part to play in this life. Everyone has some degree in the collective responsibility for this planet. And we have to use that power as wisely as we can, whatever situation we're placed in, whatever life we're placed in, however our cards have been dealt. Um, and again, right now, I think there's a lack of unification because of the collective stresses and the collective fears that have kind of taken over the minds of the masses. But for those of us who can take conscious, right now in this moment in time, take conscious control direction, I think is very important that we do so. It's not just for now, not just for today, for next week or even next year. But again, like years, compounded over decades, is how things happen. And shifts can happen. You never know. It's like a boiling point. You put on the water on the stove and you won't see bubbles for 10, 15 minutes. But once it boils, boom, then it's there. We don't know what a shift like that looks like because we've never seen it before. Um, but if we can all harness our gifts and the true power, I think the most powerful source in the world, which is power from the soul, power from our creative spirits, again, more powerful than any technology, to not worship technology to the point where we place it over ourselves, I think that done, even even if it's just, doesn't even have to be a lot of people, but the butterfly effect is a very real thing. How things influence others. How someone does something that affects one person do one thing, and then another person does one thing, and that one thing causes tens of thousands, millions of people to do three things. You just don't know what the plan is. Um, but it's that's what I said. Like, trust the process. We've got years to come. We've got decades to come in this life. We're all going to play our part. And it has to be. We have to be forces of good. I don't care what you believe in. We have to be a force for good. Um, and I believe that's what we can do. But it's like anything. It's like uh, Tony Stark, Iron Man. Like before he got to the point with uniting with the Avengers and ultimately sacrificing himself for the fate of the world and doing all the great things he did. He was in that cave working on his suit. That's what we got to do right now. That's where I'm at right now in my life, and so maybe many of you guys are, but right now we're working on our Iron Man suits. We're working on our crafts. These are the good old days. There's a lot to come. There's a lot more to come, and that's what we got to do. So we got to grind, and yeah, there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of hope. If we don't believe in hope, we got nothing, and we don't have anything. Let's see. It's going to take collaboration between both ends. Yeah. Entropy. Amen to that, Zonima. I mean, split focus as in two things at once. Love for two things. Try to divide it. Oh, yeah. Balance, right? Yeah, balance is one of the parts of the artist's journey. Balance of time where you put things. For me, like, I acknowledge that I love film and I love music like equally as much. And if I chose just one thing, then I'd be able to harness more energy and time into that over the other. But I love so much at the point where it feels right for my soul to want to pursue both. Now I know that I'm not going to be able to give both the same amount of attention, but it's like having two kids, I guess. Obviously not the same thing, but to the degree that, it's just it's a different situation than just having one craft. That comes more to the conversation, that kind of idea of balance. So that's something that I'm doing right now. And yeah, it adds its own challenges, but it's not going to stop me from pursuing both. They both resonate at the deepest soul level. So that's what I'm going to do. You have to find your own way with balance, with divine time. But you can do it. You don't have to just choose one thing. But if you notice that is holding you back, then focus on one thing or two things for some time consistently. I will reinvent pancakes in the future. Yeah, of course. I have beautiful insights. That's why we join the conversation. Yes. Thank you, Imogen. Favorite film, though, is Back to the Future Part 3, truly magical and learning to not lose your true self due to someone calling you something you don't like. Oh, I have to watch all three movies. I have to get back to it, for sure. Interstellar is one of my faves, too. Nolan is great. He's a great director. Think you'd be 90% likely to rewatch Contact many times afterwards. I'm sure I will. It resonates. Like, that intuitively feels right. And also, it tested Marty's inner side. That sounds nice. Sounds like good writing. Alpha reminder, you said something about a workshop. Yes. I'm going to get to that. I'm actually going to, yeah, I was just thinking of that right now. I'm going to rapid fire through these comments because I don't want to ignore these big bulks. But then we're going to get into a workshop. We're going to keep it kind of brief because I want it to be simple. I want it to be powerful. I want it to help you guys really with the creative work. I have some questions. I want you guys actually, while I read through these comments, if you don't already, get a pen, get a journal, a physical journal, a notebook, a page, and a pen. So get that ready because we're going to ask some questions. And don't worry, it's not going to be too long. I want this to be simple. I don't want to overcomplicate things. I want it to be very simple. But get your journal. I know, Jado, you probably already have yours, hopefully. that's meant to be big spiritual awakening to humanity happening in the next few years. So makes sense why we're so called to that right now. Dawn of a new age. Yeah. There's a lot, man. There's a lot of signs. There's a lot of these ideas. Of course, like a lot of these conversations have been held. But yeah, I do truly believe that we are upon that. So, but like, hey, like those details is not necessarily. We don't have to predict years. We don't have to predict times. I have this feeling. Maybe you have this feeling. We collectively feel it. Just got to do what feels aligned right now. Planet needs saving from the bad stuff that can be happening. Needs more human connection, more connection with the creative spirit. Many people can be unconscious in the soul. Yeah, that's why a spiritual renaissance. When I say spiritual renaissance, I kind of mean that. Um, because there's such a division between a lot of us right now, with all the traffic and noise and overwhelming fears. Spiritual renaissance would be a beautiful unification of the human race, on some kind of collective level where, when you had the Renaissance, it kind of like originated right there in Italy and Florence, and it spread out to local areas. But, a spiritual Renaissance, especially if we use the web wisely, um, it has to do with art and also our own, like who we are as people and souls, and what we actually want to do in this life, and not just settle for the systems that have been put in place. I believe that's on the precipice. I intuitively feel that. That's why art is powerful. Art can save the world. You're gonna have to hear about any supernatural experiences you've had with spirit, God. Even if in private, I can share many of my own too. Oh, we'll get into it for sure. I love that, Kurt. We'll get into it sometime. Focusing too much on the bad can lead you away from the good stuff, the essence of happiness. Be aware of the bad, but play your part to make a living in the earth better. Yeah, yeah. That's what all the balance is, right? It's like you need to be aware of the things happening in the world in terms of like the state of the world where we're at right now. But also, you can't just focus on that every single day because then you won't do anything to solve it. So yeah, balance applies to all those things. But you need to cut out the traffic and noise so that you can access your inner world to bring out those gifts to harness in your own life and then actually benefit everyone else. Yeah. Got an awesome community of philosophers here. You know it. With the School of Athens, the channel of Athens. I love how Bug's Life is commentary on that. Strength in numbers. Yeah, yeah, yep. Bug's Life. I'm actually gonna write that down because I was thinking about that movie the other week. Someone said it on the last stream, I think. That's funny. Pigs in a Pig Pen reminded me of Spirited Away. Yes, but yes, I agree. Even with how school is set up, should have kills creativity because adulthood. Yep, puts place. Yep, produce. Yeah, that's where they got it from. Yep, that's where they got the system for school. Factory workers. We need to have a united community. It starts here, man. It starts here. Where's the Mary Montessori education system, which is about fostering passions and creativity, looking at what the individual. Yeah, look at that. I was talking about this with my mom the other day because my brother's in high school right now, and people. I think a lot of people got their degrees and chose what they wanted to do in college just based off of what they were good at in school, not necessarily that they had a passion. For me, I was really good in math, but I didn't like math at all. So yeah, it's I think a lot of kids feel pressured to choose a major based off of where they got their A pluses. That's just not the case on a soul level. The truth is a route that is slim, but the false is a route that's wide. Wise. I love it. That's in the Bible. That's Jesus says something along those lines. The gateway to heaven is narrow. It's true. It's easier to do. It's it's easier to do the thing that's not good for you. It's harder to do the thing that's good for you on a soul level. Appreciate the wise intuition that you share. I'm going to embark on some creative work now. Wish you all the best. Wish you the best. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for all of your questions. I appreciate you a lot. Hope to see you on the next stream, Doobie. WeChef. What should I name this in my journal? Name this creative project. Creative project goals. Or creative project workshop. Questions for us. That is exciting. I've got my journal. Good. This has been very entertaining and enjoyable. Oh, I'm happy. I'm very happy. That's great. I'm happy that the stream is great for you. I'm happy to have you too. I don't know if you were on the other streams, but Zoni, I appreciate your presence a lot. Am I too late? This is going to be Last for how much time now? Oh, you're just in time, girl. Just in time. We're gonna get into some questions. We're gonna keep it short. We're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna keep it powerful. We're gonna keep it productive. So get your journal. I'll get your pen out. Thank you for joining. Be aware of the coming shift. 2025 to 27 too. We gotta chat BTS about that. Let me know. What's your inside scoop, Kurt? Also, I don't go anywhere without a pen and pen. Nice. Good. I keep a pocket journal. I like to keep pocket journals with me wherever I go. Just never know, man. Just never know. But we still got time. We're about to do a notebook thingy. I need heading out for what I'm going to be writing down. I know I'm going to be answering these questions. So do I just name it Deep Questions from Tozek? We could do some deep questions, maybe some deep questions after. I'd love to do other workshops with other topics. Let's talk about it after this. If you guys, we'll go through this and then we'll go on other kind of conversations. Tozek Creative Writing Workshop 1. Yeah. Yeah, the first of many. The first of many. Spiritual movement. That's what we're doing. All right, guys. So got your pads, got your pens. So I know many of us are creatives, are artists. And maybe you don't identify as an artist. You wouldn't think of yourself as an artist, but maybe you make music, maybe you make films, maybe you do paintings, maybe you do digital photography, maybe you write poems, maybe you write stories, maybe you do any and all of the above. Maybe you have different hobbies. I know that a lot of people resonate with certain content about being an artist, working on creative projects, and I want to do some simple questions, and I want to basically help you guys with, if you've seen my Simplify the Process video, the principle I talk about in that video is that if you keep things simple, you remember the truth, and the truth is that is simple. The reason why it's hard to approach the work is because our body feels every step that needs to happen along the way, and we get overwhelmed. We're like, oh, we can't do that, because it's true. We can't do it all in one moment, but that's not what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to do one thing at a time, one step at a time. So I'm going to try and cut out some of that noise, some of that traffic. I want to be very simple. So I have a few questions here, literally just 4 questions. And I want us all to think about, okay, what is one project, one creative project? And again, this could be a song, this could be a script, this could be anything. And again, even if you don't identify as an artist, just pick a project, pick the craft, pick something that you are currently working on or something that you want to be working on. If there's something that you've been wanting to be working on right now, then take this stream, take this workshop as your opportunity to actually start it now. Okay. Here's my first question. What is a creative project that I want to complete? Write down your notebook and share it in the chat if you want, because accountability partners is a great thing. I did it with a lot of people in college. It helps a lot having support from others. But write down something. What is a creative project that I want to complete? This can be a script. This can be a film. This can be a song. This can be an album. And again, if it's not something in the artistic practice, maybe it's a skill that you want to learn. Maybe it's an area of education, an area of research that you want to become proficient in. Maybe it's learning a new language. But what is a creative project that you want to complete? You've had in your head, you want it done. For me, I'm obviously going to participate. I'm going to write down my single song that I'm working on right now. It's actually a working title, Car Song. Working title. Put it in the chat. Launch my brand on Kickstarter with included 3D animation. Wow. Nice. I love all the animation. There's a lot of people who want to do animation. That's really great. Launch the brand on Kickstarter. That's awesome. Graphic novel. Nice. A book. Yeah, there's a lot of authors here as well. That's great. My creative project that I want to complete is making a story series, Chester Stories, making 8 of the best books for it. Oh, that's sick. I'm hyped to read those. I beat your rock stuck in my head while I was going to sleep the other day. It was annoying me. I'm happy that the music is with you, even if it's annoying. Appreciate the support. According to my soul, yes, according to the soul. Okay, great. Now, again, if you have been thinking about a creative project for a while, please like take this opportunity to write down because that vision, that idea isn't coming to you in your life now for no reason. You have to trust the timing. You have to trust the timing of when things come into your life. Because sometimes we think like, oh, now I'm not ready. Maybe I'll be ready in months from now. But no, actually, if now wasn't the best time, it wouldn't be coming to you right now. So think about your creative project. What is the thing that you want to get done? You actually want to see progress on that, you know, that if this thing is done, it's like, okay, yes, I feel like I'm going on the path that is aligned with my soul. I'm going in the right direction. What is that? Release my music officially. I need to go through my backlog and find where to just start. I've been composing and writing for 5 years. Let's do it. I love it. I love it. The reason I love reading that is because, okay, it's perfect. I mean, this is exactly what you need to be doing right now. I can relate a lot. I don't know if like you use the voice memos a lot to record ideas. That thing is, for me, my voice memos are packed with ideas, packed with a lot of scary recordings too. Like just like if someone listened to it, they'd be like, "Yo, what is this guy on?" Because it's just me going like, like just trying to spread out some melody that I have in my head. But if you've been overthinking for a while, yeah, it's time to start actualizing these things. And this is good. This is where things are meant to be going. All right. You got your creative project, right? You got whatever it is, the one thing, again, it could be a story, it could be learning something, but we want a physical project that we can see the endpoint of, something that has a definitive endpoint. Okay, this song is on Spotify. This 3D animation thing is on Kickstarter. This book is complete. Okay. And it could even be like first draft of my of my book, because I know writing a book take a while. Now, my next question, keeping it simple and practical. Where do I want to be in 1 week from today with this project? Where do you want to be with this project in 1 week? Now, with this question, I want you to find a nice balance. Go with something. If you guys are updated with my blogs, my last blog I released was "Your dreams should scare you," because your dreams are things that are going to push you to grow. So, for your 1 week goal with this project, pick something that feels right in your soul, something that you know is going to challenge you, but something that you know you are capable of. It's a tricky balance, but balance is in all things within the artist's journey. Now, think a little bit on this. Where do you want to be in 1 week? Maybe I've never written a book before, but maybe for my book, maybe I want to conceptualize, write an outline of all my chapters and ideas, something to give me a nice first base and outline that I can go off of. Maybe if I'm working on a song, maybe in 1 week I want to, I don't know, just in my head, if I'm like imaginary, like maybe like in all the lyrics and chords, like in the whole like song written, ready to record. Whatever it is, write down your 1 week. Where do you want to be in 1 week from now? This is going to be your North Star for this upcoming week that we have. And maybe you know that, this upcoming week I'm packed with I don't know, these events. This is the busiest week of the whole year, okay? You can still put in time. You can still do something by next week. And we're gonna come back on this stream. And it's not about shaming anyone. This is about holding each other accountable. And this is about helping each other with our journeys. And by going for this 1 week goal, we are gonna go to where we are meant to go with this project. So this is not about adding pressure of like, oh, if I don't reach this, then my dreams are gonna die forever. I'm never gonna make it. No, no, no. This is about giving yourself a North Star, pursuing that North Star with all your soul, and going to where you're meant to be. Maybe you get to this 1 week target by Tuesday and you keep doing more. Great. Maybe you underestimated how much time it was going to take, or you overestimated how much time it was going to take, and you only get halfway there. But if you hadn't given yourself this goal, you wouldn't have done anything. Write down something that feels right. Write down something that feels challenging, but something you know you can do. Playing on launch for like 3 years. And turn those 8 Jet Star stories into films. I think we all have those. People think I'm crazy if they knew things that makes us human. I've completed my research project and one software project, but avoiding its launch for back 1 year. Wanted to end, but I can't. You can. You can. Thank you for sharing, girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. Research project and software project. Those sound like big things. Sounds like beautiful things. We got this. It's your SoundCloud. Oh, I don't make music. I started my own jewelry brand. Nice. We got this. Get it on a shirt. Drop it. We'll follow. Finish the current scene I'm working on and move for the next segment. Introduce a new character. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's a good goal. I want to have finished this ring I'm working on the next week and have it be ready for being manufactured. Nice. Just 1 week. I want to complete the POV I'm currently working on for the 5th book and possibly get close to the spherical roller rink section of that story. Nice. Nice. I love how you have the details. You have the kind of like you can have the matrix of this project visualized in your mind. That's really good. Divine Radiance Internal is my brand name. Yeah, I love that name. You're meant to be teacher motivator. You're very natural at this. Oh, thank you, Kurt. I appreciate it. I'm happy that the style resonates. And I hope that you guys are taking this to heart. For me, where do I want to be in 1 week with this project? So my own single, my car song. I want lyrics done, song structure done. Song structure, I just mean like how many verses, how many chords, like what the chords are, and like all that kind of mapped out. And then I even, because I know I can do this, have instrumental ready for vocals. So on Logic Pro, I want my session on, because I already have this session started on Logic Pro. I just kind of have like a vague idea. But I want the instrumentals on my Logic Pro session to be ready to start recording so that I have my lyrics ready, I have the song structure so that by 1 week, I'm ready to go in that vocal booth, and which is the room right over there. It's the office room in my basement. And I can hit record and I can start playing the vocals because I have them all written down. My Logic thing is done. So where do I want to be in 1 week from now? Lyrics and song structure done. Instrumentals done. And ready to record. This is my North Star. This is my 1 week goal I'm giving myself. Now, it's time to be honest with ourselves. This third question. Okay. What is an obstacle I anticipate to face with this project? What is an obstacle that I anticipate to face with this project? Laziness. Laziness is always in disguise of something else. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's balancing this with my job that I have. Maybe it's my own avoidance of learning this new skill that I'm going to have to learn in order to do this thing, in order to complete this project, complete this 1 week goal. Being honest, dagger to the heart. Yeah. It's not always easy, to be honest with yourself. But what is an obstacle? Discipline? Is it discipline? What is an obstacle that you can anticipate to have? Can you procrastination? I feel you. I feel you. Procrastination is something I still struggle with. Procrastination is not something that you check off the to-do list and you suddenly complete one day. It's always a battle. You have to choose every day. Even the person who is most disciplined with procrastination, they still have to choose every day. They wake up. They have to not choose procrastination. It's a day-to-day thing. But your evolution and your journey with that thing evolves and does get better over time the more you work on it. You have to believe in yourself, though. You have to. pronounced as the letter I. Styrical. Ah, styrical. Yes. Going to finish the draft of my piece for violin and piano and get the draft sent to my performers. Nice. That's awesome. That's beautiful. You write music. That's awesome. Is the car song related to your Fate M83 album cover film? Maybe the lyrics will be. Maybe. I am documenting the process, so you'll be able to see on my YouTube channel eventually once it's kind of like released and everything. The discipline of sticking to one thing at a time. Yeah, I can relate. You know what? I'm stealing that from you. I'm stealing that because I know I also have other songs that I want to get done that I'm working on right now. I just recorded vocals for another song that I have, and then I have like, I mean, I have so many songs in the work, but I have like 2 or 3 others that I'm also like currently working on in progress of. So I'm actually going to use your answer, the discipline of sticking to one thing at a time. I'm going to say the discipline of sticking to one song. ADHD, recovering from salmonella poison, and then work, school, mom stuff. All obstacles, all opportunities. I hope you're feeling better from the poisoning. I can relate some of those things. I'm going to write for me. The discipline of sticking to one thing. Because that's something like ADHD, and also like just being an artist is like you have so many things that you're just like, you feel like you have to do, but like it does take focus. It's focus, it's discipline, it's focus. Focus is your discipline to keep your attention on something intentional, right? It's like discipline of sticking to one thing is, yeah. Because you can feel like you're doing a lot, but you actually might be spreading yourself thin, like on a bunch of other things. Whereas if you just put all the energy into one thing, you get more done. Perfectionism, yeah, perfectionism. Of course, perfectionism. Perfectionism is the ego. Perfectionism is the voice that you'll never satisfy. Perfectionism is the enemy of good, of something being good. Accountability is what pushes me past procrastination. Nice. Yeah, accountability through many different forms, right? I think this will be a good collective form of accountability for us. But yeah, the accountability, being honest with yourself, right? Seeing where you're at. Self-consciousness and lack of discipline. I anticipate to face balancing this with schoolwork. A sort of addiction has always holding me back, and my flesh desires for the stuff in this world. I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that. I know I can. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of distractions. A lot of distractions because we've never had so many more distractions at our disposal before. I'll let other people be distractions, focusing crucial energy, yes. Can ever follow self-imposed deadline. It's a struggle. You have not yet. You can, but never say never. Obstacle, technical aspects, nitty-gritty of getting the measurements right for my ring, 3D modeling related challenges I need to overcome, and then some challenges related to 3D printing prototypes. Wow. A lot of skills you gotta learn. So yeah, the difficulty of learning a new skill. Kind of like pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, right? It's a pain. The stomach pain is out of this world sitting here with the heating pad. Oh, wow. Well, I hope you're doing the right things, taking care of yourself, getting as much movement as you can in a certain phase, and then balancing that, of course. It is it's a discomfort. I know when I have my own physical discomforts, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Patience is tested, and it makes you stronger and break different foundations. Neither do I take my deadline seriously. I kind of somewhere internally believe that I could do my project anytime in my life. Then why do now? Just do anytime later on. Yeah, that's the whole thing, right? It's like you're like, oh, I can do it all these weeks later. But with that mentality, and I relate to this so much what you just described. With that mentality, it actually will never get done because next week is always going to be next week. That's why the future, and I'm going to sound crazy, but it's true. Like, time is an illusion to the extent that the future doesn't really exist in the way that we think about it. Because we think about, oh, tomorrow or next week. But once that comes, it actually turns into the present moment. It turns into right now. And so, right now, the present moment is actually the only thing that exists. So, that mindset of like, oh, next week it'll get done, or yeah, next month I'll work on it, that will never change because next month is always going to that concept of what you're thinking about right then is always going to be next week. Because once that time actually comes, next week turns into the next week. Also, yeah, perfectionism and then thinking people won't like what I create, which feels a lot of avoidance, being vulnerable. Tend to hyperfocus too. Yep. Discipline in a sequence of time. I give myself 4 hours of brutal grind and then award myself with something I enjoy, but having the accountability of discussion on a weekly or daily basis is great. That's good. I'm happy. I'm happy. This is gonna we're gonna we'll talk a little after these questions. I'm gonna get to the last question, but it's gonna be good. Man, you should do more of these. This is good. Yeah. I was excited to do this one. I know this is gonna help a lot of people, and more people are gonna benefit from this. This is really great. We're keeping things simple because we're not trying to overcomplicate or overstimulate ourselves. Focus and the thing is very obvious and simple. It's very simple. It's very easy. But we overcomplicate it and we doubt ourselves to do it. We throw too many distractions in the way. I hope your focus also can be good and put to use. ADHD things. Yep. Yes, Kurt, indeed. Everyone's craving connection, community. It's so apparent. Truth. Hey, man. That's what we're here for, right? Okay. All right, guys. Did I write mine? Yeah, I wrote. Okay. For me, again, I liked, I resonated with your answers on is the discipline of sticking to one song for me. So I just have a lot of things, and yeah. Okay. Last question is getting back into mindset. So this this obstacle that we just placed down, our own individual obstacle. For the last question, why is this obstacle an opportunity? Why is this obstacle actually a good thing? Engage in your creative imagination, engage in the power of the mind, the power of your mindset. Why is this thing a good thing? Is it testing your ability to do XYZ? Is it forcing you to grow in this area? Is it going to make you have to confront this thing that you've been facing for years? Is it going to make you have to learn this new skill that's going to increase your skill set? Why is this obstacle a good thing? Why is it an opportunity? How is it an opportunity? Challenges that build character, exactly. We can overcome it. Exactly. Obstacles aren't placed in our way like carrots being dangled in front of an animal and then pulled away. That's not what obstacles are. Obstacles are signs of the things that we're meant to overcome. That's why they're there. If they weren't there, why would they be there? You think it's just to tease us? Yeah. Community thread, that sounds good. Thank you. For sure. I'll do a community post on the YouTube channel. It'll be great. Thank you for that. Forging a new neural pathway and its new brick for the foundation of creating the vision. I love it. Ultimately, the way these skills are built after all these difficulties and these obstacles is they work for us long term. It's not like an obstacle comes, we learn something or we confront it, we build a skill, and then that skill just goes away after. It's like, okay, that was good for this, and then no, it's like a video game. When a boss comes to you and you defeat that boss, you don't just return to the level you were before. No, you just upgraded. Your strength has upgraded. You get new weapons, you get new XP. You get all these new things in your life that work for you long term. That is how these obstacles and these skills compound over the weeks and months and years of your life. So, these obstacles that we're all facing with our own projects are going to be able to teach us things and give us skills that are going to work for us in our journeys. That is why every part of the journey plays its perfect part. Trust the timing, trust in the plan and the design. For me, why is this obstacle an opportunity? It's going to help me complete and guarantee progress on my individual songs. Because the issue is when I have so many songs and I have so many ideas and I go from one to the other and I get little progress done here, is that I'm not able to build straightforward progress on one project on one song. Obviously, I already released my one song, I'll Still Be Your Rock on Spotify, and that was great, but I still struggle with this thing of I have so many different songs, and that's why I have more films than songs out, which is funny because a film doesn't I mean, for the at least with the films I make, the film takes much longer than to complete a song. Um, but this is going to help me complete and guarantee progress on my individual songs rather than spreading myself thin and on all these song projects. And again, like I just said, as I build that skill to be able to complete and guarantee progress on one song, I'm going to be able to do that with all of my songs. So the discipline I'm going to be able to take to focus on one song, on this car song, to get these things done, I'm going to be able to apply that skill to all of the other ones. Let me take some time for this. Of course, take all the time. This is the last question. And then I got a little bit of another one, but we're going to talk after. How's this an opportunity? Because if your mindset is that this is just a bad thing that's going to come up, this obstacle is going to come my way and then it's going to be bad, then not going to be able to face it with a positive mindset. You're not going to be able to approach it in the best way. Because the way that you deal with difficulty is that you have to view it as something that is working for you and not just against you. It's like the saying, whether you believe or you don't believe, you're right. Whatever you believe in, you're right. I believe I can do it. Yes. I don't believe I can do it. Yes. You're right either way. It's just about which one you want to choose. So you wouldn't be facing an obstacle if you didn't believe that it was going to work out for you. So we have to face these obstacles with that mindset, seeing what is the good. Why is this an opportunity? In terms of obstacles relating to finally starting my brand, then it's just to allow myself to be seen by others and let people appreciate what I create. Yes, exactly. I love it. I've always had a fear of standing as my own person. That includes my music, which I never let people listen to, but I am an artist. What I create is a piece of me that the world needs to see. Exactly. Exactly. Love reading that. Your voice is needed. Your voice is needed to be heard. It's an opportunity to see and learn how to work creatively under pressure, finding my balance. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's getting me excited. Pushes me by testing my consistency and making stories and connects me deeper with the creative spirit. Yes. Allows me to see more of the story's vision. I get more progress down, truly get closer to my goal. Boom. You can see your goal happening in real time. That's the best feeling of when you're actually working on something and you see something getting completed. Yeah, find a way to dance with the perfectionism instead of letting it hinder us. Yeah, exactly. It's like the ballerina performing, the ballerina doing their dance. That's what it is. It's allowing me to face the obstacles that hold me back. Because the other things are never going to stop happening. So it's important to learn how to navigate to make it work. Boom! We wait because we think things will get better. But things get better and things change once it starts with us, once it starts within. We try and wait and postpone the progress to be done by the outside world, but the outside world is just a mirror for what's happening within ourselves. So once we make that change, once we start, then the outside world begins to reflect that. I love it. I love it. I relate, Alina. See? A lot of us are living similar versions of our own stories. Lots of trauma that's been holding me back from being seen. I want that for us, though. We all want it for ourselves. I love it. Appreciate the EXP reference. Whatever it is each of us needs to do, we will be better versions of ourselves on the other side. We also won't drag the weight of things we want to do. Yeah, exactly. I love the video. I love comparing life to a video game because video games, the structure of how video games work is just based off of life. It's not like the person who made video games just like got that model out of their ass. Like that's an actual concept, that's an actual structure, that's an actual program. That's in our natural world, these ideas of upgrading, of learning new skills, of overcoming the giant, overcoming the obstacles, you know. And the more that we can see our life as a video game, the same kind of way that you can get addicted to your own life and get addicted to your own progress, to your own process as you would get addicted to a video game, that's when you embrace life. That's when that same energy you get when you want to play a video game. Oh, I can't wait to get home to play this game. When you can direct that energy and excitement towards your life. Oh, I can't wait home to get on this. I can't wait to get home to work on this project so I can progress, have fun progressing. Boom. Then you unlock the true, something truly special. A certain power and drive that's going to make you unstoppable. Spreading thin is another challenge of mine across different mediums. Yeah. It's funny. I think it's a common thing with us artists, us creatives. I think it's just a testament to how much our spirit and our soul wants to do, but that's also like I love balance. I love the idea of balance because then that's when we have to balance. That's why I believe we came here to live lives on this planet, We're not humans, we're not physical bodies for nothing. Our souls, our spirits wanted to live here. And part of that is finding a balance between our mind, body, and soul. When our soul gets really excited with this work, then comes, discipline of the mind really. That's the whole yin and the yang, Can't have the light without the dark, can't have the dark without the light. How do you move a mountain? One pebble at a time. Well, eventually you will have it, the opportunities to create the impossible by doing the possible. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I like the video game aspect of what you said. Video games are a big theme of my fashion brand because they're a massive inspiration for me. Some of my visuals and messages will be about self-empowerment using video game lingo. That's great. I love that. That's awesome. Basically, the world needs to see bars. Absolute bars. Absolute bars right there. He's getting excited, people. I'm getting excited. I am excited. Been excited, baby. This is great. Let's go, Lena. You and I both. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Dancing ballerina with the option of joystick the negative out. Yep. Dancing, doing the dance of life. That's what it is. That's what we are. We are all the ballerina doing this dance of life. I got a fourth question. Why do we want to actually creatively partake in this creative project? I like that. I like that. We'll ask that. Hero's journey. Yes, Kurt, sometimes I pretend I'm in a video game throughout my day, or I treat it like a simulation. Honestly, I think, like I just said, that's like unlocking a key perspective. There's a true magic and truth in that. Defeat the dragon, get the gold. Yeah. This life is practically a dream simulation, so I think the video game idea rings true more than we think. Yep, Kurt, you know. That's why sometimes like the energy that you get like when you're in a video game lobby, like when you're in a video game lobby with your friend or chatting or that kind of fun energy. I mean, like that's Try and find you'll find a true beauty in life if you try and find that magic in, like, the downtime and meantime of life, um, during just chilling with someone or just being somewhere out in the world. Like, if you could just find that fun, like, just have fun, with life itself, like, there's so much beauty in that. That's what I try to find. Do yin and yang right as you said it. Wow. Come on, that's meant to be. Come on, you can't ignore that. Exactly. That's beautiful. That's crazy. JDO, I'm writing that one down. Boom. The creator is the programmer. Yeah, I want ask that question, guys. Put your answer in the chat too. What does this creative project mean to you? What is this creative project? How does it play in your artist's journey? Intuitively, what do you feel right now? Why do you think you feel called to work on this project? The creator is the programmer. We are made in his image, hence we have the same creative responsibility. Yeah, exactly. Just as just as God the creator programmed and created our world, you know, that is a sign for us how to live our lives creatively, to create. We were meant to create. I mean, we wouldn't have these creative projects if we weren't meant to create. And that's why also creativity is so important in today's world because it's never been easier. It's easiest now more than ever to not have to create because everything is already made for us. It's like the movie Wally. It's easiest now more than ever to just consume. To just consume. We can work, we can do labor, we can be the pigs in a pig pen for the showrunners. The showrunners. The true show is with us with this work, right? But it's not true creative work from the soul if your soul's not in it. So we were meant to create. That's what we have to do. Feed the soul through that. What do you want to create? To leave your own imprint that your soul birthed this. Yeah, I resonate. Our pieces of work are the imprints of the soul. Yeah, exactly. Like when you look at a director's um, filmography or an artist's discography, those are the imprints of their soul. That's why they give a unique feeling that you can't really compare to another artist. I think we should all underline in all caps, have fun. We were born to have fun. I love it. We were born to have fun. We were born to enjoy this game of life. And just like in a video game, there are tribulations, there are difficulties, and there are challenges. But that doesn't mean that life is bad. Just because life is hard doesn't mean that it's bad. It doesn't mean that it has to be bad. Doesn't mean that it can't be fun. If we can have fun, we can unlock a true magic. True magic. Joy of self-expression, emotional connection, the fulfillment of simple act of creating. I love it. I love it. That's what I always experience when I finish my films, especially because the films take so long to make. But when I watch back, I'm like, oh my gosh, just so cathartic. It's really cathartic. It's incredible. 'Cause yeah, it's your soul reflected back to you. We are meant to create. Yep, it's to prove who I am, my version of the truth. Show yourself who you are. It's a marriage between the music I love, folk fiddle style, and the music I'm studying, classical composition. Ooh, I love that. That's nice. That's so funny too because I find that my own musical identity, like I'm discovering it, right? Like I'm finding it through my own craft. But I resonate with so many different genres, but the classical there's a certain, a delicacy, there's a certain nice like spiritual elegance to classical music that, I just don't have the same experience with listening to other music. Not that it's necessarily any better or worse, but it's just different. But that kind of like spiritual elegance, I want to incorporate in the music that I make. This sort of like sophisticated on a spiritual level type of style of music. I love that. So I can resonate with that a lot. That's something I try to find in my own craft, something that I'm currently discovering. We maintain a balance with our creativity, brings us closer to God and our true selves. Boom. Yes, this creative work is this journey with ourselves, with God, and with the highest path, which with the path that is meant for us. And if we pursue this path, I mean, we going to live fulfilling lives. It's a real new beginning, really. If you believe it, if you can conceive it, then you will see it. Usually, when you feel intuitively that this is a new beginning of something, and that's true. The goal of my brand, ultimately outside of the fashion, is to help inspire others to follow their dreams, feel all, want to create a lot of beauty that amazes people. The combination of my visuals and music make people dream, etc. Love it. Mission-oriented work is the best type of work. I love it. Mission with your soul, mission with your life. Boss fights. The best loot is on the other side. Yep, exactly. Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel-Shinn. I think I've heard of that book. That's cool. It's beautiful what's going on at the moment in this stream. It is beautiful. You feel the energy. You're feeling it. We're all getting these answers down. We're all making it very clear and simple. Because again, like, oh, there's so much to life. There's so much to the universe. So much to this game of life that we've been put in by God. There's so much. There's so much to work with. So many different skills and ideas and concepts and schools of philosophy and so many things. And that's why I always say that there's no rules in life. The only rule is to listen to your heart and your intuition. Because once you place a rule on something, then that discounts this other side, this other world, forever. That's not true. I don't believe in that. Um, I don't believe in limiting the soul. I believe that we are meant to incorporate certain ideas in the best way we see fit at the moment. And I think that one of the beautiful things in life is when you can simplify something. The idea of simplification. You know, Leonardo da Vinci said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." And I think what that idea speaks to is that kind of what before when I was saying how like the wisdom is within the soul, the answers are within. It's not a matter of chasing something or accessing something new. It's about returning to the simple source that's within here and getting rid of all of the distracting details and traffic of the outside world. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. When you remember that things are simple, when you remember that there's power, there's so much power already in this one thing that you know, or you're thinking of, or you're feeling of, or what's within, that you don't need all this other stuff to complicate things. If we can simplify this process right here, kind of give ourselves a directive, kind of like, this is what I need to do. Okay, this is the project that I want to do, and this is what I need to do by next week. That's it. Boom. You don't need to. One of the mistakes I made was like, I would start like these new, like, oh, these 6 weeks I'm going to work on this thing. I would spend pages writing about it, like pages and pages planning out all these days with all these specific steps I would hit on these specific days. And it was too much. Recently, when I simplify the process and I write down, okay, this is the one thing I need to do next week. This is the one thing I need to do by the end of this month. What do I have to do today? Record vocals. I have to write lyrics for this week. Okay, that's it. When you simplify things, you remember the truth, and the truth is that it is simple. It's very helpful with cutting out the noise. I think the noise sometimes we use to give an excuse, like we feel like we have to do more. It's not. We don't have to. I agree, Kurt. Those X streams are always lit. I'm happy that you enjoy the streams. I appreciate that. You know we stay lit. We stay lit. We gotta stay lit with the littiness of life. Gotta stay lit with life. We're lit with life. That should be one of the new mottos. We're lit with life. But it truly is like the best energy, the best frequency to be on is when you're aligned with your soul. The soul came here to enjoy and to have fun with life, to embrace life. If we are pessimistic, or if we're not enjoying life, or if we're feeling out of alignment, it is only proof that the other side of the coin exists. If we are viewing a situation negatively, it is only proof that we can also view it positively. So again, the yin and the yang idea, right? Can't have one without the other. So yeah, if you're not happy with life, it's only good that it's only proof that you can be happy with life, right? Because the only reason you're not happy because you're comparing it to this other possibility that you are happy. Okay, what can we do to get there? And I don't think life is about chasing happiness. I think that's fleeting. I don't think that's necessarily the right way. But choosing the path you should, and then happiness is the byproduct. And again, like this challenge community, we're all here to help each other in this life and in our dreams and what that means for the collective. That's why this is a good energy. This is a good frequency to be on. Embracing life, not running away from it. It's my simple answer to my fourth question. My first time to be able to catch one live. Nice. I'm happy that you're here. These lives are a lot of fun. This one's great. This one's really, really great. This one's up there. This one's up there for sure. To push the boundaries of creativity and show that creativity is limitless. To shine a light in dark things that can happen. Show humanity. I love it. My friend Luis and I, whenever we would write scripts together, write lyrics together, or work on art or craft, when someone would have bars, like whether it's a lyric we're writing or even just in conversation, we're talking about ideas. Like Luis would give like a lot of great bars just in conversations if we were talking about philosophy or whatnot. And then like one of us would say something, or one of us would create something, and then the thing is like we go like like if he wrote like a killer lyric, that's how we knew we were like getting onto something. Oh, you could do that with yourself. That's how I find myself doing that when I'm creating art. I'm like, I like that. I like that. Hype yourself up. We have to be our own hype man, you know? When you feel yourself onto something with whatever you're working on, you gotta follow that, you know? Don't kill the momentum. It's just starting. I mentioned it forever ago. That's what I want. Not only my 8 Jetstar Stories books to be, but what Jetstar Studios is, a collective team to improve the world's issue one step at a time. That's sick. I love that. You're going to be a great force for good, and you're going to be a great force for story writing, JDO. I feel the dreams within you, and it's up to you to actualize them, and I believe in you. I believe in you with all my heart. It's a great book, Imogen. Your work is always relevant. Truth. Hearts, hearts, hearts. What if you want to create but don't think we have any talents? How can we move towards creativity? I think if you don't think you have any talents, it could be a matter of just switching your mindset. How do you define talents? How do you define gifts? Not mistaking you not feeling like you have a gift with the fact that like, oh, I'll never find a gift or I'll never find a talent. I love the movie Soul. I was thinking about this the other day, actually. It's so beautiful. I'm surprised that a big studio like that actually got a movie like that done, because it's just for many reasons. But anyway, we'll get into it. I don't know if it's kind of a spoiler. No, it's not really, but in the movie, the character says, you know, the one of the spirits, one of the souls is like, I don't have a passion. I don't have a talent. I don't have a thing I'm good at. I don't, you know, like why am I here? Why am I on this planet? You know, and the character tells that character, another soul, another spirit, another soul tells that soul, um, you didn't come here to find your talent. You didn't come here to find your passion. You already found that when you chose to come here to live. And it's so beautiful. I love it so much because it reframes this whole idea of where does passion and talent come from. We already found our passion when we chose to come here to live, when our soul came here to live. And rather, our talent, whether that's songwriting or movie making, is rooted in our deeper passion, which is for life itself. And sometimes we're disconnected from that. It's already there within, but sometimes we're disconnected from it. Especially, it's hard, I know, today's modern world. It's very hard. It's a challenge. Remember, challenges are opportunities. So your talent, your passion, your creativity, whatever it is that you want to find, not feeling like you have it already does not mean that you're never going to find it. Does not mean that there isn't a purpose for you. My passion for songwriting and my passion for filmmaking is ultimately my passion for life itself. And I believe that the more that you can harness a relationship with your soul and with life and with love, the more you go towards those things, that's where your true passions and talents lie. I think a lot of us here share that thing, that outlet that we have with our own artistic craft that we work on is this beautiful soul experience with life itself. And that's where it is founded and that's where it is rooted. And I don't think you need to find the thing that you will do for life. The only thing we need to strive for right now is a thing that we're meant to be doing right now, which can be anything. And in that process, with being open to where the soul wants to go and what the soul wants to do, then we find our things, the things that we're meant to be doing right now. The talents and the passions are not disconnected or external to the deeper stuff, which is within life itself, love itself, and our passion for life. And when I've made my films, when I've made my songs, my most profound moments with that craft haven't really been like intellectual thoughts of, oh wow, songwriting is this or filmmaking is this. It's my own confrontation with life itself. It's like, wow, life is this. This is life. So I think those things go so much deeper. And your talents and your passions sprout out of that deep stuff. I'm reminded of a quote. I don't know if it was Jung or not, but you know when you're on the right path, when you don't know the route ahead, as in your future, what it is you want to create, only something. Yeah. 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 We fear the unknown for that reason, right? Because we want to stay somewhere safe, somewhere comfortable where we know the direction, but the soul wants to go somewhere challenging, somewhere where it's going to push us. It's not always clear, but we just take it one step at a time. Absolutely. Hermit time and deep diving within. Thank you for creating this channel. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I love the hermit. I love the hermit archetype. You know, you can create uncharted territories. Complexity is amazing. If you understand it all, you can simplify it in an understandable, straightforward, and clear way. Yep, exactly. Planned out like 10 years of my brand so I can relate. Oh, don't say that. You don't hate yourself. You love yourself. And your brand is a great manifestation within your soul. It's what your soul's always felt. Paul, I want to go hermit so bad right now. I love tarot, so I'm glad you mentioned the hermit, Paul. The hermit is a key step from the journey of the fool start to the world, reaching full potential. Yep, I love the hermit archetype, the hermit card. Laws of correspondence. Kurt, this is the school of Tozak. Monkey mode. Chasing the goals you're meant to chase and embodying happiness to it. Great. Don't live for happiness if the happiness is unhealthy and damaging to others around you. Simplify. Yeah, we have weird definitions of happiness. Yeah, that is it's a whole thing. We have to do what's good for the soul. And happiness will be the byproduct of that. I do a little dance or I squeak when it happens. Right now, that's awesome. Exactly. Hello, beginner artist. Hello, thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining this incredible stream. Talent is just what brings you joy. So go find what makes you happy. Soul is a great movie. Yes, I love Soul so much. All right, I want to wrap up with this. I'm going to read through these comments and I'm going to wrap up with the questions. I hope you guys are all taking these questions to heart. this project and these steps, or this one step for next week. I love the film Soul too, especially with me being obsessed with learning about the afterlife. Yeah, I felt all that when I was watching the movie. Such beautiful, life-affirming film. Would highly recommend everyone watch. Yeah. The answer is you do have passion, happiness, and you have talent. You just don't think you do. You already have it within you, and you can just lock it away with doubt. Yeah. Your passion for something is a passion for living. Yeah. Yes. 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 A million yeses. Even that there's a few people in here currently, I know that millions of people need to be in here right now for their highest good. Yeah. I'm happy you feel that, Kurt. Because, like I said, we all have our individual parts to play in this world, and where the phases of this planet and of this race, and we're playing our part. And I have true utmost faith that everything that I'm that I can have much trust in the process, infinite trust in the process and in the plan. And we're harnessing something very beautiful here, and as it grows within us, we become channels for it as a force in this world. So we just keep embracing it, keep embracing the good thing, taking in the blessings, and plan's gonna plan out. Plan's gonna play out. We're just playing our part, I hope I can get the chance to rewatch the stream. Yeah, super cut of these topics would be super enriching. Yeah. So this stream's gonna be on the YouTube for sure. And we're gonna do. I'll get into it after I read these comments, but yeah, don't worry. This is gonna be a thing. This is gonna be a thing. Also, at the complexity concept. Occam's razor. Ooh, check that out. I like that. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope I say it enough, but appreciate all you guys' presence and time. These streams mean a lot to me. I know they mean a lot to you guys, and we're doing really important things right now. Embracing life, embracing these concepts, doing what our soul wants to do. And this community is really beautiful, and I love everyone here, and I hope that you guys are all holding love for yourselves and taking life on with a good mindset. Remember, because I just repeat it now again, because I have a lot of love in my heart, a lot of love for my life, and I think when you're very much full of love, you want others to experience it. I think it's the same reason why like people on like good days, or when like something great happens, like they're just so happy, and they're like they want other people to be happy, because you feel like you get in contact with this infinite source of love. So I know the position I'm in, and I just want to spread and help people harness this within. So that's why I say this time again that in this life where we have a lot of difficulties, bad things are not, or hard things are not necessarily bad things. Just because life brings hard times doesn't mean you have a bad life. I say that from someone who I've had my own difficulties, I've had my own issues, I've had my own, you know, hard times to navigate through. That doesn't mean that I have a bad life. Doesn't mean that we have bad lives. There's a lot of hope, and there's a lot of happiness and love in our lives and in the future for this planet. And I truly believe that. So I hope we can all harness this, and I hope that we can all work on this with this integration process within our own life. Because this stuff matters, and this is truly what's most important at the end of the day. So I hope you guys are all enjoying your lives, living life with good mindsets. Yes to the heart, because I'm heading to the bookstore coffee shop to surround myself with published books and to finish my homework. Nice. I love that. Yes, millions do. Living can be eternal, can be surreal. You just have to make it by continuing to grow for the better. Then soon you will complete your set goals and find yourself in such a reward, which is heaven. Yeah. Believe that. Believe that life is all around us, or heaven is all around us. It's a matter of coming into it. accepting it. And it's just, yeah, it's a journey. It's not easy. We shouldn't strive for easy lives. We shouldn't strive for happiness just for happiness's sake. We should strive for the journey, and these things will come to us. So it says it in the Bible, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all of these other things will be put onto you. Seek the kingdom of heaven, like strive for this love, strive for this kingdom of heaven, and all these other things will be added onto us. But the path and the journey is narrow because it's not the easiest thing to do. These projects, this work, confrontation with our emotions, dealing with the things that life brings us, they're not necessarily easy things. They are narrow things, but if we run away from those things, we won't outrun it, or we'll just be running our whole lives. Is that what you want to do in this very short life? Is that really how you want to spend your time? Is that what your soul came here to do? So we have to embrace life. And I resonate, JDL. I resonate a lot. You're helping to reconnect people with their soul. Thank you for that, bro, and I hope to do that to others. There's a reason why we're crossing paths, Kurt, all of us. There's a reason why it's happening. We work on our relationship with our own souls, and we inspire others to do so. It's truly beautiful what's happening. I really love it. Thank you all in the comments, as I love this. Hermit mode too long. Been avoiding my work, especially because I rarely confront the reasons why I'm avoiding my work, so I definitely feel more ready to go after this stream. Yes. Now listen, motivation can be fleeting. We can't rely always on motivation. But the type of motivation that this is and that my content is and whatever else you get from this community, I hope that's motivation that reconnects you to the true, most long-term source of motivation, which is right here. It's not about getting motivation just from this video and what I'm saying just for it, but rather let my words and energy reconnect you to your own soul, which is your own infinite source of motivation for everything that you're going to do in your life. Let that be where that direction of energy goes into. And go after the stream. I mean, that's what it's about. And I don't want to take, I know I love all this time we're spending on the stream. I don't want to take up, too much time because our life is, it's all about balance, right? But I love all this that's happening. This is fantastic, really. Our soul is the only thing we have to control over. Me too, Kurt. My creative process is going well at the moment. Thanks for uplifting me in that sense and many more. Making a lofi type beat. Nice. I love that. Love lofi beats. First time watching live, so I don't know, but I hope I get to rewatch the video and send to a friend because she's been talking about looking for her talent, passion, who feels like empty, will help her love soul. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for those words, Janelle. And yes, please send. I hope it helps her and that she resonates. And that's beautiful. That's what this is all about. This is what this is meant to be. These conversations and these talks and these times, they play their perfect parts in their own way. So however this spreads is beautiful. And thank you again for joining the stream. I'm happy that you're having your first live stream on here with us. We have a great time on here. Romanticize your life, exactly. Imogen. Heck, pray for me, everyone. My laptop screen just died. Oh, laptop screen. Hope it's all good. Trust in the process. At the start of my journey, when I started connecting with spirit and beginning my creative soul reconnection path, the channeled message I got was spirit will help me to create heaven on earth. I love that. Write it down if you didn't already. It's a mission. It's a journey. I resonate too. Listen, y'all, when I win the lottery, I'm sending money to each person on the street. It's funny. Getting your cuts. I feel like I already won the lottery with this stream. Imogen, LOL. There are words I imagine for myself and hopefully others in the process too. Was in a place of deep suffering around that time, following my signs, synchronicities, and downloads have definitely helped me to heal. That's beautiful. Kurt, that's beautiful. You see those things. And the more that you can apply and use those things, just like I have been on the journey of, the more you consciously align with that path. That's beautiful. Seriously, it's a great stream. I'll be sending this to my kids. That's great. It's beautiful. Let your kids take in the love and the energy and the healing that we all need for our souls, and I'd be honored to have anything that we work on to help you and your family. And bless your children, bless your kids. I can't wait to have kids of my own one day. I'm sure it is such a gift, such a beautiful thing in this life. All right, guys, we have all of our questions. We've answered all of our questions. We've gone over what our project is that we want to complete. Very simple, right? What is the project? Where do we want to be in 1 week? And then the obstacle that is actually an opportunity. Because we already have developed habits, we've developed character, we've developed ways, some that serve our highest good and some that don't. Ultimately, everything serves our highest good, because even if it doesn't, it's a challenge that makes us grow. I say that life is full of blessings and lessons are actually blessings. So life is just full of blessings. So this obstacle that we're going to face, we know how we're going to be able to take it on with a positive mindset. We know we can overcome it because it's not just there dangling in front of our faces. Have fun. Like, I forget who said it in the chat. Have fun, right? Have fun, caps. That's what we got to have fun with. And well, so JDO, thank you for asking that question of getting into contact of the reason and the purpose and the mission. Why are we doing this project? Why do we think that our soul feels called to this project right now? Remembering the mission is very important. That's what will help you with discipline, because discipline is the strongest form of self-love. It's saying no to something right now by saying yes to something in the future. Saying no to this temptation or this fear, or this procrastination or this laziness or this ego or whatever it is. Saying no to that right now, because you're actually saying yes to this thing in the future. You're actually saying yes to the completion of this project, to your advancement in this journey, and to your confrontation with life. So you're actually saying yes to those things, and you're saying no to these temporary difficulties and obstacles. Remembering the mission, remembering reconnected to the purpose and the mission of this project, and what this thing actually is, and what this thing actually means for us, that's going to be huge for us. It's going to be huge for you in this project. So I hope those questions served you well. Now, again, and this is something like when I've done certain workshops and certain courses and things online, something that I always like, I was like iffy on, is like there's just seemed to be a lot for its own purposes and whatnot. And it's not necessarily bad. Like, you can go really deep in a workshop or course, but something that I really believe in is, like I said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. I won't take Da Vinci's quote, but me and Da Vinci are one, so maybe it's my quote. But I believe that simplicity is a superpower in the process. So keeping it simple, I want you guys to have a nice identification of your project, a nice identification of a 1 week goal, and the obstacle that you're going to anticipate, because then that keeps everything focused. Now, next week, we're going to hold a stream. I know I'm just thinking in my head, because I know next week, Saturday, I have packed with family events, but I'm going to find time to do the stream at 2 p.m. We're going to meet next Saturday. If you can't come, no worries, but focus on these things. Next week, we're going to recoup, accountability team. And also, I don't want you to fear any shame. I don't want you to fear any, like, if you come and you don't reach your 1 week goal, and it's like I said, like, oh, then this journey is not for me. I'm not going to reach my goals, and I'm a loser. I don't even like saying those things out loud, because words have a powerful effect on the mind. Don't want you to fear any of that. This community is all about support and love. What I want you to fear is fear itself. The 1 week goal was supposed to be challenging, and also something that you believe that you were capable of. So I want to push you in the direction that you're meant to go. Work on this project. Work on this goal. Just because you hit the goal on Tuesday doesn't mean that you don't have to do anything for the rest of the week. Do what feels best. But if you feel the momentum, it feels right, go. Do it. Keep working on it. I want us to come back excited next week, excited to learn, to reflect. Ultimately, this is about advancing in these journeys, advancing in these missions. So these are things that we have to do. We need to. There is no time to waste. Life is too short to not do these things. So I'm going to work on my thing. I'm going to work on my song. I'm going to write my lyrics amidst all the other songs that I have to work on. I'm going to work on my other songs maybe too, because I just record vocals, so I'm going to work on some mixing. But I'm going to prioritize this song because I want to advance. Okay, that was great. I think that these, workshops, these accountability things are going to be great. The live streams aren't just going to be this. I think I wanted to incorporate this workshop because we have such great time and energy on these streams, and I know these streams have enough energy and passion to be the foundation for so many great other things rather than just the conversations. So we're going to be holding these things on the weekly streams on top of all the other conversations that we always usually have, these Q&As and conversations and great stuff. And then, we'll do other fun things. Eventually I want to do some fun like activities. I want to like go through my Blu-ray collection, show you guys and talk about movies. It'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, so this is a new part of the live stream, and the journey awaits. The journey awaits. Before I hop off, I'm going to read through these last comments, and remember, as we go about these goals, I want you guys to remember that you have everything you need within to go for this goal. That's why we've been channeling our souls in this live stream and channeling these answers on these pages. You don't have to read that book that's been on your desk for a couple years before you go for that goal. Read that book if it feels right. I have a bunch of books that I want to read, but you don't have to read that book. You don't have to watch that 2-hour long YouTube video. You don't have to do all that stuff before you go for this 1 week goal. You have everything you need to work on it, to get it done, and you are more than capable of doing it. And even with the obstacle that you anticipate, you are more than capable of overcoming it, because if you tap into that mindset, remember that this obstacle is here to show you that you're meant to face it and meant to overcome it, not meant to lose to it. That is not your destiny. So that is the target. That is the simple target, and we're going to do it. We're going to keep it very simple. And we can do it, and we will do it. All right? The tribulation and the obstacles will come. I'm telling you this right now. Between now and next week, they will come. I can guarantee you it. I can basically guarantee you it. That's why I keep saying easiness is not in our vocabulary. Like, it's not about things being easy. I'm telling you right now, they're going to come, but you don't have to worry about that, because hard things doesn't mean that's a bad life, or doesn't mean that's a bad time, doesn't mean that's a bad thing. I'm just warning you right now, and you already know it. But that's our destiny. Like, we wouldn't want it any other way. I promise you, you wouldn't want it any other way. It's like, I imagine my deathbed, or if I see like God's plan, God's map of the life of our lives, be like, oh, that's why that had to happen. Oh, I see. Because if that didn't happen, then I wouldn't have done this, and then I wouldn't have learned that in order to make me capable of doing this thing. And if this thing didn't happen, then everything plays its part. You can relax. All the difficulties, all of the chimes, everything. So just calm down. We're going to do it. We're going to do the thing we know we have to do. And we're going to trust the process. All right? It's simple as that. Okay. When I get famous, I'll be sending people to you, Tommy. You explain this whole soul reconnection thing better than I'm capable to. Well, I appreciate the referrals. We all, again, my words and messages are meant to reconnect us all to the power within. We all have such beautiful voices in this world, and it's our, you know, what not what else are we going to do with these gifts and this connection that we have within? We came here to live, So I appreciate the very kind words, Kurt. You're it's such a blessing to have you and everyone else in the stream. It really is. And Russ, when you're famous and rich, never forget. Greet Natasha, he's going places. For real. Would never forget. I think I had a comment on community post. I forget what it said exactly. Something along the lines of like, when you're big, you won't be doing this. But I could tell you right now, no matter like where my path leads me, I'm always going to stick true to my mission. My mission, which is to be the fountain for all the love that I have. Right now, that's where my mission is leading me, right here with all you guys. I think we all owe it to ourselves and to the rest of the world to share our gifts. That's what we have to do. I was just restating what you said in It's Time to Take Your Dreams Seriously. Really? That's awesome. That's so funny. Yeah, that was a great video. That was a fun one to make. We'll become that if we believe in it enough. But yes, it'll take us all. But yes, will take us all with me. Have to believe. Pursue the dream. Go where it will take you. Fears are meant to be faced. Exactly. Shame is the lowest vibrational energy. So yes, no shame. Yep. Have fun in little steps. Little steps, baby. Definitely be having to watch this from the beginning. Yeah, Natasha, it's been a great stream. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. Blessings on all of you in your hero's journey this week. Yes, the hero's journey. Embrace the hero's journey. Embrace this hero's journey. And also, like, rest is a part of the journey. Rest and downtime. Some of my favorite parts of the day are just resting on my bed for the hour or two before I sleep. Just not doing anything, just resting. The thing is, when we force rest, or when we, we spend a lot of time scrolling, or if we're on the device, or doing this or that we know we probably shouldn't be doing, it takes away from the sacred nature of rest and downtime. When you overindulge in something, it just makes it all like, eh. But when you control that, and when you can rest intentionally, it just makes that time so much more sacred, and you can enjoy it so much more. I don't know if you guys have ever felt that, like when you reserve your downtime, or reserve your rest time, relax time for an intentional time, and then when that comes, like, it just feels so much better because you didn't spread it over all this other time. But it's balance. You need that rest. You need that recharge, especially for us artists, for the artistic reservoir. That's what Julia Cameron, so she talks about in The Artist's Way. Gratitude for the stream conversation. We got this, everyone. We got this, everyone. I'm very grateful for the stream and this conversation. Very, very grateful. Hero's journey. Let's get it. Leveling up, having fun with it. You always know what to say, Tommy. Thank you for being you. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you. I appreciate that. Infinity. Thank you for being you, Kurt. Your words mean more than you know. I appreciate your presence, and I appreciate you deciding to come on the stream. Thank you for all of the words, all of the reassurance, and all of the ideas that we converse with. I keep saying it, but I can't say it enough. These conversations are important. They play in our own individual lives in the way that they're meant to. They have impacts on the mind, subconscious thing. Maybe something will happen in your life today or tomorrow or the next week. Something comes up, a difficulty. Someone in this world tests your patience. Something tests your discipline on a project. Something tests your own inner peace. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to come. It's going to come for me. It comes for me every day, every week. And it's difficult. It's not easy, but it doesn't have to be easy. So, and you never know, something on this stream, something you watch, something, whatever it is, reconnects you to something, some truth in your soul that you remembered at the right moment, and boom, you could deal with it in the right way. And that's what it's all about. It's the hero's journey, the artistic journey, and this journey of life that we're on. This is this style of self-improvement. This is the one that I resonate with the most. Self-improvement that is integrated with the spiritual, integrated with the soul, the creative soul. I'll also be sending this to all my adult children. Oh, that's awesome. That's beautiful. That's very beautiful. If you're watching this, much love. Incredible parents to be on the stream. I love this. I love all the big age range. That's the other thing I love about this community. The age range is very inspiring. I think it speaks to how universal these concepts and these ideas and feelings are to all of humans. And this is something that's very important because unity. I think I speak more relevantly to my generation because I feel more called to like inspire and lead this generation. But ultimately, we need unity throughout all different forms. And I love that everyone can resonate. Yeah, appreciate everyone who's here. Right, we're all going places. We are all going places. We're going to those places right now. We're on our way, Eli. We're on our way, Eli. My laptop screen going black is a sign of opposition, but also an opportunity for growth. Listen, like, I know it's annoying. I know that it can be annoying. Believe me. It's meant to be annoying. It's meant to be a test. Pretty quick. Yeah, pretty quick opportunity. Like I said, that's what happens when you get amped up on energy. But the thing is, like right now, like maybe right now you're amped up on some kind of energy that you're dealing with this opportunity differently than, another situation. So when you're a different state of mind, a different emotional state. So it's all about that. It's all about sensing those things and I noticed for me when I'm really amped up on my own energy and my own kind of highest wave seeing life, I'm able to better deal with those obstacles. But it compounds over time. Like I always say, the skills compound over time. So the more that a skill is tested, the more it'll work for you. I've learned so much from this young Am for my new cooking channel. I'm trying now to see how to do videos that have a pull factor. That's awesome. That's great. Man, I'm trying to think when I started this channel, the things that I learned a lot from Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast said a lot of helpful things that made me think about content. But ultimately, most important things come from within. The most important guidance and ideas came from myself. You just have to trust yourself and don't let any other person or any other, I don't know, idea or rule like limit what you feel inside. If you feel something's best for your channel, do that. And always seek that kind of improvement, not improvement on a technical level, improvement on a soul level. That's the way I navigate myself with my channel. Just going in the direction that my soul feels called to and challenge. And even if it's challenged, and don't ignore it. Like if it feels best to go there, boom. If it's a new skill I have to learn, if I feel like I need to do it, then boom, I'm going to do that. I'm going to learn that. I'm going to learn that. I'm going to harness that. That's what I'm doing right now, my content style. I'm like, especially with this new video coming out later today, it's going to be really nice. I'm excited. There's got to be the longest live that you've done. Yeah, it's definitely the longest live. This is a great live, though. It's really, really good. Very productive one. Yeah, I commented on that 50K community post. I was like, this isn't Tommy at all. That's funny. Hello, Jane. How you doing? Please don't forget to list these questions in the community post. Yes, I'm going to list them for sure. What's the creative project? We just did a workshop. Accountability for creative project. So I'll list questions. I'm going to post them on the community posts. First question is, what is a creative project that you want to complete? Is it a song? Is it a story? Whatever it is. Where do you want to be in 1 week with this project? So in a week from now, we're going to do a live stream. We're going to update each other. We're going to see where we're at with this creative project. What do we do? Do we actually follow through? So what's your 1 week goal for this project? Something that feels challenging, but also something that you feel capable of. But it needs to be something that some level of, challenge. What is an obstacle that you anticipate with this? Is it discipline? Is it laziness? Is it fear? Is it ego? Is it focus? What's an obstacle that you anticipate? And then how is this obstacle actually an opportunity? Why is this obstacle a good thing? How is it going to push you? How's it going to cause you to grow? And again, we're going to check in with ourselves next week with the stream. And I'll post those questions on the community post. Yes, the reservoir. Yeah, the reservoir. Artistic reservoir. Oh, I have the Artist's Way book. I need to go through it at some points. Basically, soul reconnection in the book, basically, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everything that Kurt, you would love it. Julia goes into stuff with the soul, about God's path, and it's so beautiful. I have to finish reading it. I've only read like the first few chapters. It's like a course, kind of like it brings you through something. But yeah, appreciate everyone who's been here today. Energy has been top class. The energy in today's stream has been crazy. If you guys missed out on today's stream, join us for next week. We're going to be doing part 2 of this workshop, the creative project workshop. All the questions I asked, I just went over them, but I'll put them in the community posts after, or I'll put them in later today. I actually got to go to my grandma's after this live stream. We're going to have dinner together. It's going to be really nice. And I would love for you guys to be a part of this accountability team. This is a great accountability team that we have right now because we want to get these projects done. We want to get this progress done, advancing the journey. And yeah, the conversations we've had today, the stream, bro, crazy. Like super important stuff, really important stuff. And again, I know that all this stuff is going to play really well in our own lives and our own, just like reflect on these ideas that we've gone through in the stream, reflect on them in your own life. Like reflect, take time. Like I would even like say if you've been on this stream for most of the time, I would journal about this stream to some degree, or write down some things because your soul was meant to be here for 2-3 hours. Like at least for me, when I spend a lot of time with something, I like to journal and like say, okay, what was the purpose of this? If I'm watching like an hour-long podcast, if I don't utilize that to some degree, then what was the point? I just wasted my time. So take something away from it. I know that we're all taking away great things, which is lovely. Although I'm pulling it from my library to reread. Yeah, you should. Romanticize your life. Always romanticize your life. You have to. Life is too short to not love it. So excited for next week now and to dive into this week. Yes, be excited for next week. Get the work done and be excited. Just be excited. Have fun during the process. Romanticize your process. True Collective in here with the Age of Groups, right? The War of Art by Steven Pressfield is, oh my gosh, The War of Art is so good. I'm reading that right now. I've been reading it for the past year or so. Not, I will admit, it's actually not a lack of discipline. It's because that book, if you've read it or if you know The War of Art by Steven Pressfield, which everyone who's an artist in here, you need to read this book. Like, just, I think I talked about this book on my channel actually once. You can find that video. It's like in the thumbnail. But it's like chapters, like each chapter is like a page or two long. It's just like a nice message from Steven Pressfield. He's got some controversial takes. Not like maybe not controversial, but he's very stern in his messages. And I love Steven Pressfield. I love his reading is so good. It's very in tune with the creative process, and he inspires me when I talk about ideas of resistance. The idea of discipline. I think that if I'm going to be honest, within the community of artists, the thing that I struggle with a lot, and I know a lot of us struggle with, I think discipline, the idea of discipline, and is not as talked about within artists, communities of artists as it should be. It's not as talked about. I don't believe so, because I think we focus much on the ideas and the creativity itself, and all that's so important, and it's what I'm personally most interested with. I always talk about the science of spirituality and the idea of stillness and the answers within. That's what I'm most passionate about. But I do feel the thing that's most neglected is the idea of discipline. And we need it. Like it's needed like every other area in the artist's journey, wisdom, courage, all that stuff. So discipline is, yeah. It's our own battle with discipline, our own battle with resistance. I'm gonna head out, take a nap. I'd love to stay more, but eyes are getting tired. Yes, go JDO. We're gonna wrap up now. I'll tune in on that second stream, and I'll get closer to my goal. And the challenges coming my way will help me grow. I love it so much. Thank you for those words. See you, JDO. Take care, man. Have a great nap. Thank you so much for your time on this stream. And next stream's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be great. Later. Thank you so much for summarizing. Of course, mine's an outline for a video game. Nice. Ooh, video game. That's cool. That's a lot of fun. Yay, yay. Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to be in here. Yep. We were all supposed to. I read his books because of you. Awesome. That's great. I hope you are enjoying it if you're reading it or have enjoyed it. Okay, guys. We're gonna wrap up now. Go into your lives and your artist journey. We have helped each other with these questions. And this is one facet of life that we must excel in, we must do the work on. And now we will part our ways. And I just want to thank all of you so much for joining the stream. You guys have been incredible. This has been absolutely amazing. Like, top stream. Like, this is great. Like, not enough things to say. The biggest thing that comes to my conscious mind is just like time. It's like we spend a lot of time in the stream, spend like 3 hours in here. So thank you for that time. Thank you for that presence. And with that time is your most precious thing that you have, your attention. That's you came here to live a life on planet Earth, and your currency is your time. So you spent a lot of that currency with me today. And so I appreciate that. And I want that to reflect back into your life. I want that to give you more currency and more time and more love into your own life. I want this to be a fountain. I want this to be an amplifier. So whatever you invested today, make sure it works in your favor. Make sure these questions and these for this workshop work in your favor. Join us next week for next week's stream. And take the conversations to heart. If anything stood out, journal about it, write it down. Ask yourself, reflect on, why do you think I was meant to be in this live stream today? I will leave you with that. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate everything. Love you guys. We hit 50K. Crazy. Celebrate good times. I'll see you guys very, very soon. All right. Dream on. God bless. Conceptualize. And be lit off of life. Don't run away. Embrace it. All right, guys. Dream on. Peace out, guys. Bye.